Okay, folks, should be live. Just getting things set up on my pages and be good to go. Alright, I believe we're ready to begin. So, much as the description says, this is the start for Book 3. We're picking up on the devastation of Kingsbridge. Phillip is... Honestly, I'm not quite sure where Phillip's at. I know he's doing quite poorly. I don't know if we... Oops, hold it. Start for Book 3. Thought I had that shit muted. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I don't remember if it actually followed up with Phillip anytime after William Hamleigh attacked Kingsbridge. I'm pretty sure it mostly stuck with Jack and Aliena, and all we got was Phillip essentially arresting Jack after he attacked Albert. In a case, you know, Jack's gone to England, London. Aliena is now searching for him now that she's had Jack's child, causing Albert to leave her because obviously he knows that she was with another man. Phillip is now faithless, and who knows how he's dealing with the collapse of the church since Albert totally fucked things up. Let's find out.
The White Ship. She was one of the fastest vessels that was ever built. The man who should be king of the English now, the son of King Henry, was on board when she sailed off. And with the prince there were 140 knights and many nobles, all on their way from Normandy to England. They say the ship hit the rocks, and then a fire broke out. Even before the White Ship had departed, the prince and his men had begun to drink and get violent. Monks that were meant to bless the voyage were then forced to disembark. Some say the ship had been cursed. The king's son and many of his family were pulled down into the Black Sea that night.
You're forgetting one important detail. Not only these monks, but also Stephen of Blois, the king's nephew, left the ship before it embarked. They say he got ill.
That old rumor.
The same Stephen who calls himself the King of the English now.
What? That cannot be a coincidence.
Yes, it can be. Of course he's king now. He survived. He is the king's nephew.
What do you think, my lord?
I think Stephen is a clever man. Clever enough to have his whole family perish. But why you would want to rule that godforsaken rock, I will never understand.
What makes you say that? I love my country.
Then why are you leaving?
Well, because I want to see something new.
I'll tell you what you're going to see. A proper country, where people know how to behave.
What about you? Why are you leaving?
Wait, are they saying that Stephen died in that boat? And his family?
I'm looking for someone.
For who? I guess I should stay out of other people's business.
Yeah, you
Forgive
should,
me.
bro.
You English do talk a lot, don't you?
I just don't know how to feel about leaving my country for the first time. I mean, how should anyone feel?
Hopeful?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just running away.
Aliena sounds down.
You should all get some rest.
Got reason to,
It will
though.
not be long now till we reach Cherbourg.
Thank the Lord. I can't wait to be back.
Oh my gosh, we're beginning the end. This is the end game here. Could be one of the last times we see this opening for this title sequence.
In the late summer of 1142, I had left my home country, England, for good. My old life lay in shambles, as did my former home of Kingsbridge. Having failed both my friends and family, I had set out to find my baby's father, the man I still loved with all my heart, Jack Jackson. And so early one morning in July, I finally arrived on the shores of Normandy. With nothing on me but a pouch of coin and a young, curious face yet unnamed, who was just as unfamiliar to this new world as was I.
The white ship. Maybe I can figure out what they were talking about. White ship was one of the fastest ships of its time. Steered by the son of the captain of the Mora, the ship that brought William the Conqueror from Normandy to England. Steered by the son of the captain, when he invaded England in 1066. Like his father before him, the captain of the White Ship gladly offered his vessel to many members of the royal household of King Henry for a passage on their travel from Normandy to England to visit the king. But like all of the poor souls who went aboard the ship, the captain did not survive the voyage. In the dark of night, the ship hit rocks and a fire broke out. The ship was dragged down into the dark abyss of the sea, and with it, many of the king's heirs. Stephen of Blois was meant to be on board as well, but it is said a sudden sickness caused him to leave the ship before it set sail. That November night, as the white ship sank, Stephen became the last remaining male heir to the English throne, and thus some claim he was responsible for the sinking. Bro, that's some Final Destination shit you survived. The first ship in the morning. Well, I was gonna say, I guess there hasn't been too much of a time gap. The baby's still, you know, a baby.
You're still here?
Oh, it's you. I'm just trying to get my feet used to good solid ground again. The last bit of our voyage wasn't exactly my pint of ale.
That hammer you're carrying, do you happen to be a mason?
Actually, I am. You have a keen eye, mistress.
I guess I just know a mason when I see one.
To be honest, I haven't been one long. Just finished my apprenticeship in Salisbury. Before that, I used to shear sheep with my parents, but I guess that wasn't really for me. Father still hates me for leaving, though.
And it seems like everyone in this game is dealing with parents that hate them.
What will you do to find work here as a mason?
Don't know. That's for me to find out. All I heard was that the wages are better over here.
So you'll just travel from town to town and look for employment?
Right. And I was starting to say, a fellow mason told me about the abbey there. He said these Normans build their churches quite differently than we do back home. I need to see that with my own eyes. Maybe learn a thing or two.
Alright. We have our heading, Mr. Gibbs.
Do many masons go to Lesay?
I dunno. It's really just a tiny town. The mason who told me just happened to do some repairs there once. It's likely he told others as well.
That's my old life.
I'm looking for someone. A red-haired mason called Jack Jackson. He came to France about a year ago or so.
A fellow mason, great. Unfortunately, I wouldn't know a thing. After all, I just arrived here with you.
I know, but should you meet someone like that on your journey, tell him Aliena of Shiring is looking for him.
All right. Jack Jackson. I'll keep an eye out for you.
Thank you.
And tell him to give me a call while you're at it.
I left my old life as well.
Scary, isn't it? To start off fresh and all that.
Well, you definitely sound more excited than scared.
Oh, I am excited. Wouldn't anyone be?
I don't know. Maybe. Have a safe journey.
Oh, thank you. You too.
I've been playing too much Grand Theft Auto lately. I keep wanting to move with A, S, and D. A lot of fighting for the castle. Ship went landing. Bargaining for passage. Selling fish and any cargo they can get their hands on. Man, you're seeing anyone with red hair and getting excited for him.
Good day. I am looking for someone. A traveler who came through here last summer. Oh, hush now. I need to talk to this man.
Looks young.
He was born at the beginning of summer.
What's his name?
I haven't given him one yet.
You should. He needs to know who he is. Makes growing up a lot easier.
To be
You said you're looking
Bartholomew.
for someone.
She's totally gonna name the baby after her father.
The man I'm looking for Looks a bit like you, actually. A bit more boyish, though.
So he has red hair, but no beard. Well, I don't know every redhead around these parts. There are quite a few of us. Most of my family here in Cherbourg is ginger.
Oh, his name is Jack Jackson, and he is a mason.
No, sorry, I haven't seen him. And I come here every day. And maybe May saw him. She helps the sailors get their cargo to the nearby towns. Carries travellers, too.
I'll ask her. Thank you.
Man, we really just profiled his ass for having red hair. Nice. All gingers know each other. Coachwoman, it be you I need to speak with.
Hey, you. That's quite a bundle you got there. Where are you headed?
Have you seen a red-haired mason? You must have landed here sometime late last summer.
Another ginger in Normandy? I wouldn't have noticed, even if he was carrying a hammer instead of a fishing rod. Maybe you should ask someone in Barfleur. That's where all the travellers come through, the pilgrims and kings. Their lot rarely lands in Cherbourg, with the fortress passing back and forth between Stephen of Blois and Geoffrey of Anjou. Why you even came to Cherbourg in the first place baffles me.
It was the earliest ship I could get.
You must be in some hurry, madam.
Let's just say I needed to get away before I changed my mind.
Fine with me. Who am I to judge?
So I've got Lisay and I've got Barfleur.
What other routes are there besides going through Barfleur?
Oh, I don't know, really. You need to ask the locals about that. But Barfleur sounds like a good place to start. Shake my hand and I'll take you there.
Do you know the road to Lesay?
Been there, seen it. But I hope you're not planning to go there on foot. Tell you what, you give me some coins and I'll treat you to me wagon. You can even change your destination once we're on the road. What'd you say?
Man, you're about to give me options.
All right. Take me out of town.
All right. Where'd you need to be?
Main port into France. Or visit the Abbey. I've got a feeling the last place Jack would want to be is at an Abbey. So let's check Barfleur.
We went to Barfleur, a scenic port town built on granite. It was the biggest harbour in Normandy and the main entry point for the Normans to their new possession of the Isle of England. I talked to some of the sailors and fishermen, but no one had remembered seeing Jack. How could they? Almost a year had passed since he, a simple mason, had journeyed through the busy town, a town with no memory other than that of the last king who passed through on yet another one of his violent conquests. Maybe I was approaching this the wrong way. What had drawn him to France in the first place? The distance to Kingsbridge? Or something specific? What was my lead?
Jack's father was killed by a wrongful conviction from church members. Maybe he went to an abbey to try and find out info. Tried the port of Harfleur. Man, I'm actually getting tempted now to maybe go check Lisay.
Lisay was tiny, but as it turned out, worth the trip. In the small abbey church of the Trinity, I met a monk who claimed to have talked to a man fitting Jack's description. He'd been fascinated by the abbey's rib vaulting and had asked the monks countless questions about the place's construction. The monk apologized that he couldn't tell me where Jack had traveled next, but I didn't mind. I lay down to sleep on the floor of the Abbey guest house and, for the first time in almost a year, I felt relief. As I drifted into sleep, I hugged our baby tight and whispered into his tiny pink ear, "We're going to find your daddy."
Okay. So, follow the pilgrims. Make a stop in Le Mans. Let's try the pilgrims.
My father had once told me tales of the Mont Saint-Michel. Long ago, the Archangel Michael had urged Hubert of Avranches to build an abbey on a lonely rock on the ocean by burning a hole into his head. They say one can go and see his penetrated skull on display in the church of his hometown.
Hey, Vaughn, good to have you in. And honestly, I gotta agree with you. Some good traveling music. Being without it, definitely a paddling for the squad.
It was a windy day when I
need
arrived,
some more,
and the place was crowded with
Amerindian flute music.
pilgrims, and jongleurs. I remembered Jack's fascination with these tellers of stories. I spoke to one who was just taking a break. As it happened, he had indeed met Jack, although not in Mont Saint-Michel, but on a road heading east from there.
East? From Mont Saint-Michel. Okay, at least I've picked the right place twice now.
Apparently, Jack had been hopelessly tracking jongleurs who might have known his father, Jack Cherbourg. But as he'd been gradually running out of money, he'd intended to look for work in Le Mans or Tours. That was about 6 months ago. I was catching up.
Oh, I almost went to Le Mans first. Damn. Alright, I got two options for where Jack could be.
Going to Le Mans reminded me of all the trouble I'd left behind in England. 30 years ago, Le Mans had been conquered by the Plantagenet Geoffrey of Anjou, Maud's husband. And although they'd held it ever since, other noble families kept on pulling at the city, like Maud and Stephen tearing at England. There was no sign of Jack, but I got news of a new kind of cathedral being built in Saint-Denis, just north of Paris.
Saint-Denis?
It was possible that Jack
Like
had gone there to learn from the
Red Dead
craftsmen.
Redemption 2?
That was, if he hadn't travelled further south, looking for work in one of the many churches in Tours, the hometown of Saint-Martin.
Alright, well, we really just know that he for sure was gonna go to Le Mans or Tours, so check this one out. Oh man, we must have gotten the right pick. Hey, that's not Jack. I feel lied to. Important looking man. Construction. Arch. Design. Usually round. We're just sitting like this. Self-assured, a bit of anger on the lip.
Good day. Are you the master builder?
What is it?
I'm looking for a mason who may have passed through here. An Englishman with carroty hair. He calls himself Jack Jackson.
Parody. Let's start calling redheads that.
A redhead?
A little
Yes.
bit carroty.
Did you see him? He might have asked for work here.
No, I'm not looking for new masons. We're just doing repairs.
Ah, but was he here?
No, never seen him. Now, stand back, woman. Something could fall on your baby's head.
Man, at least he's concerned for the kid. Good priorities, buddy.
I was told he wanted to come here.
Well, maybe he changed his mind.
Are you sure you haven't seen him?
I am.
You hesitated when I mentioned a redhead. Are you sure you haven't seen him?
Yes, I am sure.
May I talk to your workers?
No, they're busy. And I can assure you they have nothing to say on that matter.
Perhaps I'll talk to them once they've finished for the day.
It would be a waste of time. All right, he was here. He was working for me. But I had to throw him out after 2 or 3 days.
Why?
Because he was all want. Let me redesign the roof, let me make the nave lighter. All pretty ideas, but he never shut up long enough to do the work he was supposed to do. Shit, that man was almost as needy as my son when he was still a brat.
He does know a lot about his craft.
Well, I know masons like him. They grow up gifted, but without a mote of discipline in their guts. Can't work with someone like that.
Do you know where he went next?
No idea. Maybe to Limoges or Angoulême. Maybe even to La Rochelle. Seemed to have plans for every cathedral on God's green earth, but none for himself.
I understand. I'll leave you to it then.
Bon voyage.
I.e., you don't work with proper artistes. Oh, man. Important Freeport town. Now I'll check out the Freeport town.
We had just left Tours when I
Oh,
suddenly
hell.
felt dizzy. I stopped and made rest, trying to catch my breath.
She is not
Then
looking
lost my
good.
breakfast in a ditch at the side of the road. To my horror, our baby too had grown pale, his breath shallow like that of an old man. I tried not to panic, but the next inn was a long distance away and we couldn't stay on the road where it was wet and cold.
Oh, damn. Head back and rest, or make it to Poitiers. It's quite a distance, so you're already not feeling well.
Back in Tours, the fever got worse. I remember people carrying me into a room, laying me on a bed. I tried to feed my baby, but after that, everything turned into a blur. When I awoke, Jack was standing next to my bed. He scolded me for following him. "You know you could go anywhere you want," he whispered. "Why be stupid and follow me?"
Night terrors, bruh.
I tried to answer, but he just opened the window and jumped out, heading toward ancient Greece, or maybe all the way to Arabia. And in my feverish mind, I followed him.
Oh, damn. Cradle of civilization, or the birthplace of philosophy. I mean, I am playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey right now. I feel like I have to choose Greece.
The further I went, the angrier I got. For years, I'd been fighting for my family. I'd committed myself to an oath to my father. I'd built up a business to sustain it, and even married a man I despised so I could create a future for the people around me. I'd known nothing but my duty to the men in my life, while the man I was trying to find lived a life of casual irresponsibility. He traveled the world on a whim to learn about mathematics and philosophy, while I had to raise the child he'd fathered.
Bro, why are you getting mad at him? You're the one who chose to marry someone else.
When could I ever do anything just for myself? I asked the world as I went on.
Y'all the ones that did Jack dirty. Site of great failure.
I traveled in a circle all the way to the edge of the world and back, only to return to the place of our failure. With my eyes closed, I listened to the sound of ripping yarn and crumbling walls, and of coaches carrying good people away into a cloud of crimson dust. When the last moat had settled, I opened my eyes again and found myself in a dirty little room. An old maid was sitting next to my bed and smiled at me, then handed me my baby. Oh, dear God, he still looked so pale.
Man, I don't know if he needs food or comfort.
I tried to feed him, but he refused.
That's some warmth.
Oh, please, God, let him live. Don't punish him for my own sins. I gently caressed his head until finally he put his mouth to my breast and drank more and more, becoming greedier with every swallow. We had both been spared. We rested one more day. Then I gathered my things and headed back to the cathedral to thank the Lord for his mercy.
I wonder if it's possible to have lost the baby. Maybe we keep on going toward Pontier.
I thank you, dear Lord.
All right, steady
I
now.
thank you for having spared my child. I thank you for...
Don't let go until it's done.
But why are you showing mercy on me? I failed everyone I cared about. I failed Jack. I failed my brother. And if I never return, I would also break the oath I had given Father. It's just that I feel like I've never had a life of my own. I've always fought for others. And this may be the very first time that I fight for something that I only want for myself. Maybe I should just go back and help rebuild Kingsbridge. Maybe Jack doesn't even care for me anymore. Amen. Huh.
I'm like, don't get to that thinking, man. Oh, it's the same thing that Jack made.
I've seen one of those before.
It's amazing, isn't it? The man who did that really had it in him.
I agree. He always did.
Oh, you knew Master Jacques.
Yes, but it's been a while since I last saw him.
It's a shame that the Master let him go. In just 1 month, he did so many things.
The Master Builder said he'd fired him after just 3 days.
Did he? Well, maybe that's how he remembers it. The two didn't really see eye to eye, you know? To tell you the truth, everyone thinks that he feared for his own job having someone like that around. The last thing Jack did was carve that corbel. It was the one thing the Master let him do. Then when he was done, he was asked to leave.
Your master said he had no discipline.
Let me tell you something. Jacques worked very hard on it. He was impatient and had a temper, but you could see that he tried to overcome it. Conquering that rock was very important to him.
Oh, I understand that so well. Do you happen to know where he went next?
He wanted to walk the pilgrim trail to Santiago de Compostela.
The Camino? The Way of St. James?
He said he might find someone there who knew his father.
Just one more thing. How was he when he left?
Never thought about that. Relieved, I guess. He seemed ready for something new.
Thank you so much for your help.
Think nothing of it. And good luck on your travels. May you find what you are looking for.
Relief for something new. Man, always on the move.
Isn't it odd? Just when you stop looking, you come across the most curious of things. Like these 3 devices that one of my merchants brought back from Baghdad.
Oh no. Is it another one of your Banu Musa toys, Rashid?
They're not toys, Adriel. They're objects of scholarly ingenuity and reflection.
I will let my valued friend from the north do the honors.
My mans, what you doing here?
Jack, if you may.
Granted, where is here? This is tours still?
For one, let me draw your attention to the magnificent songbird on the table. And then to that wondrous donkey next to the entrance.
No one knows how she works.
Although,
Songbird device.
the most astounding thing of all stands right between them.
Jew, Muslim, and converted
That
Christian.
statuette.
Haha, precisely. But one thing at a time. Let us let Jack decide what to demonstrate first.
Southern builders are geniuses. Full of water. So, 3 things I can interact with. Let's test this all out.
On second thought, why don't you save the lady for last? Otherwise, the other 2 devices might appear bland and boring in comparison.
I
Is
agree.
fair.
No, it's too heavy.
Oh, a small container. Usually holds 1. I'm guessing the candle
He
goes there.
likes to take his time, doesn't he?
And now?
Now, we need to add some water. It's so beautiful it will make you cry. Just listen.
The Banu Musa brothers were 3 scholars of Persian descent who lived in Baghdad in the 9th century. They're known for the Book of Ingenious Devices, a large illustrated collection of mechanical appliances and automata. Those automata were largely designed for entertainment, featured innovative engineering. The brothers also wrote books on astronomy, astrology, and geometry, the last of which had a great influence on both Islamic and European mathematicians.
But how marvelous!
How does it work?
Maybe it's a miracle.
Right.
Go on, Jack. Tell them.
Possessed by an evil spirit.
There's a hidden wheel inside the box. It turns an axle that in return raises and drops a sequence of small cylinders inside. These cylinders work like fingers playing a flute.
But who is blowing into the flute?
Steam.
Steam?
Yes. When I opened the pipe, it gradually pushed itself into the tube.
The power of steam. For once, I must agree, this is brilliant.
Of course! It was created by a Muslim after all.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. What else have you got, Rashid?
Anyone care for some tea?
Thank you, my daughter. We will have some as soon as Jack has finished our presentation.
Mind if I watch?
Of course not.
So, who is this man, Rashid?
He owes all 3 devices, so...
Jack is a friend of the house.
Quite sure what the other device is.
A brilliant man, a scholar and a
Maybe the
talented
horse. It didn't
artist.
say that it runs with water.
Just the other day, he explained Euclid to me.
I could watch this man scoop up water all day.
Don't be sassy.
What is that? A Greek who wrote a book called The Elements of Geometry. The Egyptians translated it into Arabic, and now the Englishmen are turning it into Latin.
I noticed Aisha's eyes be following Jack quite
Now,
closely.
watch the head. Just any moment now. There. Did
How
you
did
see?
this drop?
It threw up.
Rashid, this is disgusting. Oh, far from it. Would you kindly explain how it works, Jack?
Yeah, this one I might need help with, actually.
You see that bowl floating on top of the water? At the bottom of that bowl is a small hole. Through it, the bowl is slowly filled with liquid. Once it's full, it sinks, pulling a string which makes the ball drop onto a weight. This, in return, pulls the bowl up again, emptying it in the process.
Thus resetting the entire mechanism.
If you timed it perfectly, you could make it drop a ball at every hour.
Turning it into a clock. How clever.
Nice.
For me, it's still nothing more than a puking donkey.
Show us more, Rashid.
One could join those two and build a singing donkey clock. One song after every hour.
That would be pretty clever.
I know, right? You could be the one to build it.
She
Oh, that would
definitely
be
has the
unfair.
hots
It's
for
your
Jack.
invention.
I would let you have it. Or we design it together.
You still haven't shown us that statuette yet. Of course. Jack, if you may.
Alright, Loki liking
How
Aisha
very
more than Aliena, but that could be personal bias getting in the way here.
Oh,
shit.
you will love this. Just watch.
I need to put it somewhere cold. Small table. Shady. It avoids the midday sun. Should do the trick.
And now?
Just be patient, but don't look away. It takes some time for her to...
To do what? Is it crying? Isn't that amazing?
No, it's irritating. Rashid, what is going on?
Like, bro, what's your problem? So we don't actually know?
We have no idea how it works.
Rashid, please. We all know that there is no such thing as a man-made miracle.
And this piece of wood is very clearly made by man.
I very much agree, my friends. But so far, none of us has an explanation.
All we know for certain is that her glassy eyes shed tears when you move her from warmth into cold.
Like a plant at sunrise. Like dew. The only difference is the surface, that's all.
I think you may be onto something.
Am I? Of course, I had no intention of disturbing your conversation. But if you can find out why there's dew gathering on a plant, you may understand why that woman is so weepy. So, who wants a cup of tea?
I'll have some.
Your daughter is quite something, Rashid. A scholar in her own right.
I know. I'd rather she wasn't. It would make marrying her off so much easier.
Oh, I'm certain that won't stay a problem for long.
Maybe the dew originates from invisible water in the air. Water that stays hidden when it's hot.
The pilgrim trails across France converged at Osterbat, in the foothills of the Pyrenees. There, the group of 20 or so pilgrims who had been travelling alongside me since I'd left Tours swelled to about 70. Some were prosperous citizens, some probably on the run from justice, a few drunks, and several monks and clergymen. Several languages were spoken, including Flemish, a German tongue, and a southern French language called Op. Nevertheless, there was no lack of communication among them, and as we crossed the Pyrenees, they sang, played games, told stories, and in several cases had love affairs. While my baby and I kept mostly to ourselves.
Ganz schön frech, die mit ihrem Kind.
Hush now.
What's that Bible verse about not sparing the rod? Hand that thing over, old man.
Richtig dreist. Nicht einfach mal seine Ruhe haben? Der Weg aus Babenberg war doch anstrengend genug.
I feel like rocking and singing was working. I might just have to go for a walk.
Ein Kind hat ja auch gar nichts verloren. Stimmt doch, oder?
Psst, jetzt ist's aber gut.
He's been restless. I wonder what Jeff looks like nowadays. The blind woman. Poor soul. Maybe I can help.
Dear Lord, what are you doing? You should get out of the water. It's freezing. My ring. I lost my ring. Dear Lord, please show mercy.
Damn. Maybe we can find this thing.
Come back to me. Please come back to me. Where are you? Where did you go?
Oh, I see a shine. Just gonna pocket it and leave. Adios, blind woman.
Please,
just kidding, I would never. It's fucked up.
I found it.
Just please get that freezing water, man.
Yes! Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You are a very kind woman. So very, very kind.
I'm glad I could help.
Yes, yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Are you getting warmer?
I am, thank you.
I can see this ring is very precious to you.
It was a gift from my stepmother. She thought I would stay forever, but I didn't.
Why did you leave?
Oh, I thought I didn't belong. She always said I was her daughter, but I was sure she was lying. I was so selfish and so stupid. Too stupid to see I really was happy.
Tell me about your stepmother.
She was such a kind woman. So very, very kind.
Like it's a little untoward to just straight up be like, are you sure you weren't happy?
Maybe you really weren't happy.
I don't know. I was very young and thought I was unhappy because I didn't live close to the sea. But in the end, the sea did not feel the same about me. The cold there made me sick. It took away my sight.
It was courageous of you to leave. You did what your heart told you to.
I was stupid. So stupid.
Ah, that's why you went on the pilgrimage.
Yes, so that St. James might see my devotion, and I will be united with my mother in heaven. I'm just not as kind as you. Not kind at all.
You're too hard on yourself.
I don't know.
I, too, am trying to make amends with the one man I loved the most. I was told he went straight to Santiago.
You will know soon.
Not soon enough. It's still 4 weeks till I get there.
He'll be there, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, and in the meantime, he's gonna be falling in love
I
with
hope
Aisha.
so. I just feel that with every day that passes, I'm losing him a bit more. And that the only thing I can allow myself still to hope for is not love, but forgiveness.
I understand.
Hey, hush now. Not long now and our journey will be over,
Camino de Santiago. The Camino de Santiago, also known as the Way of St. James, is a Christian pilgrimage route to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela, where the remains of Jesus' apostle St. James the Greater were presumably put to rest. The pilgrimage to Santiago, besides Jerusalem and Rome, is one of the most important pilgrimages in Christianity and is believed to be one of the only ways to free a pilgrim of their sins. By the 12th century, it has become a well-organized undertaking. Even a book was written as a travel guide for pilgrims, the Codex Calixtinus, supporting the pilgrims in completing their travel. The scallop shell is used to guide the pilgrims on their way and serves as a symbol of St. James and the Camino, because at the end of their travel, the pilgrims will almost have reached the ocean. Compostela. Compostela. I feel like the way I'm gonna play Jack is he has no idea Aliena's looking for him. So if he were to fall in love with Aisha, like, that really would not be wrong. I feel like that could make this narrative a lot more dramatic. Man, how to play this? Of course, players are in the role of God. We know a lot more than these characters do. We could just ship things how we want, but I kind of want that natural vibe, a true unfolding of events.
The woman's name was Alba. She came from a small town somewhere in Catalonia. I quickly got used to her constantly feeling out for her stepmother's ring and the sad guilt that would always follow in her milky eyes. I wasn't sure if she appreciated my company, but I couldn't leave her on her own either. By the time we reached Los Arcos, she'd stopped talking, while I kept on dropping a kind word here and there to let her know I was still by her side. Alba believed herself to be of weak mind and body, and yet she walked the Camino with a strong sense of purpose that willed her onward. It made me wonder about what I'd told her about my own journey. Did I hope for love, or was I really traveling because I needed him to forgive me? But what was there to forgive? My decision to marry Alfred had been in the best interest of the people of Shiring. It was a sacrifice I had to make to stop the evil reign of William Hamleigh. These questions had haunted me for a long time now. But if I really was going to see Jack soon, it was time to make up my mind.
So if Jack does fall for Aisha, then this is going to have to be a mission of forgiveness. With their son kind of being, I don't want to say a mistake, but like a reminder. I mean, you should use children as a guilt thing. Like, I don't know, man, just like the consequences of decisions of. Like, said Jack didn't know she was going to
the
become looking
path
for
began
him.
to gradually turn uphill.
He has no reason to hold out hope for
It was only 2
her.
more weeks till we'd reached Santiago. The baby was in a good mood, and so, surprisingly, was Alba. After Astorga, the trail got more difficult. Alba became slower and slower, and we had to rest more. She became quiet again. The strain on her old body grew, and she worried that she might not be able to reach the end. Still, we managed to push onward.
Almost there.
The next morning, she refused to get up. Her breathing was disturbingly shallow, and she hardly noticed me touching her forehead. Everything hurts, she said, and urged me to continue without her.
No, you're almost to the end, Alba. I refuse.
Of course, I stayed with her. I brought her food and water and sat by her side. But day after day, her condition grew worse. She kept on urging me to go, to find Jack, saying the monks of Ponferrada would take care of her. I'd hardly known her, and most of the time she'd tried to push me away, as if she considered herself a nuisance that slowed me down and who didn't deserve company. It wasn't until a few moments before she died that, for the first time, she smiled at me. And I like to believe that she saw me smile back.
Damn.
I still like to believe that here, in this unlikely place, dying next to a near stranger, she'd found a moment of serenity and happiness. But she'd not reached Santiago.
I'm glad I stayed with her.
When I left, that thought still haunted me. To see that a journey could come to an end so suddenly. But what would be different if she had reached Santiago? Could she have been...
Shit. Alright, time to sprint the last distance.
After months of hard travel, the child and I finally reached Santiago de Compostela. In the evening, we attended Mass in the great cathedral, then started to roam the town looking for my dear Jack. It was almost dawn when finally a priest pointed me to an inn close by.
Wait. Resting pilgrim. And keep. Fireplace. Control. Jack may have been there. Jars. Surprisingly, I can interact with the fireplace, so let's go do that. It's not too surprising, actually. And keep. Tell me where Jack is.
Buenos dias. Do you understand me?
Sinto ben, pero non temos camas disponibles.
Oh, damn, dude,
No, I don't need a room. I was told a friend of mine stayed here some time ago. A red-haired Englishman called Jack. Do you remember him?
Eu só che falo en galego, miña rula.
Français? English?
I mean, can I just go in? Right, Oh, I'm starting to get details of his face.
I'm looking for a man who likes to read a lot.
E logo anda sempre cun libro en riba.
Have you seen anyone like that?
Pero, por que levas un libro en riba? Vas escangallar co peso.
She doesn't even understand that I'm looking for a person yet.
Maybe... That won't work. Oh, show the red hair?
Oh, que cousiña! Eche rubio!
Sí, redhead. Have you seen his father, Padre del Niño? Jack Builder?
Ven sendo un peregrino?
What?
É un peregrino?
Oh, no. He's not a pilgrim.
Entón, quen ven sendo?
No habla señor Dasa Padlin, but...
He's a mason.
Ay, mal rayo, me partas entendo o que
Damn
me
it,
estás
dude.
a contar.
I feel like I'm at a loss right now. This is messed up.
Is there someone inside who might be able to translate for us?
Nena, que temer que quen te entenda.
A translator? A guest?
Agora mesmo estanche todos a dormir. Case che diría que volvas mañá pola mañá.
Let's try to point at something. Wait,
Let
what
me
the?
show you something.
You gonna like beckon, or what are you doing? Point at jars? Point at fireplace? This guy's got a poncho, maybe he can help.
Oh, can you help us translate?
O inglés non cho falo, desculpa.
Fuck, man.
He's a mason. He
You must be
builds
loving your
things like
ass
that.
right now, Juan.
Ah, eche masón. Albanés.
Sí, sí,
Oh,
a
this is
mason.
terrible.
It's the same word in Galician.
Por aquí pasan unha morea de masóns. Non me poderías dicir algo máis sobre el?
Oín falar dun masón que dis que se dedica a traducir libros en Toledo.
Who's
Polo
talking?
visto, di que se chama Jack.
Hey!
Yes, Jack.
We got the name.
Have you seen him?
Non sei cal será o seu apelido, pero ben é certo que non chai moitos masóns rubios aos
Rubios.
que lles guste ler. Se tan desesperada está, por que non vai a Toledo a comprobalo por si mesma?
Entón, marchou para Toledo.
I got Rubios for red, so I mean, and there was Jack, so it's really all I got actually. But I'm pretty sure they're talking about was it Toledo?
He went to Toledo?
No,
Toledo
really.
marchou. Sí.
No.
Di que o teu Jack podería estar en Toledo.
All right, so I will go to Toledo then. Gracias. I just pray that I understood you correctly.
Bro, I hope you did too. I'm gonna have to translate that part when I'm done with the stream. Just for my own curiosity. Travel to Toledo. Damn, that was like trying to work with guests at my job who don't speak the language, trying to figure out just like ways to communicate. Toledo.
Buenos dias. Parlez-vous français? English?
Of course. How may I help you?
Oh, thank
I was
goodness.
told a man named Jack Builder lives in this house.
Who told you this?
A group of scholars living at the edge of town. They said he used to translate old scriptures about mathematics before he moved here.
Please wait here. I will talk with Master Rashid.
Oh, damn, this is a gorgeous place. Another pointed arch. Jack must love that. What if he doesn't want to leave? But he's happier without me. Dude, he totally is. Have you seen Aisha? She's gorgeous. Okay. Only these keep away the good, not the bad weather. Remind me to close to Kingsbridge. Take a peek inside. Ooh, definitely at the right place. We'll do it. Oh, it's a slingshot.
It's his.
All the proof she needs. Find Jack's tracks. Beautiful craftsmanship, so much more lifelike than a painting. Elaborate. Never seen anything like this. Awesome, glad I went exploring. Oh shit. Arms are crossed. Oh, she ain't happy.
Oh, there you are. May I ask who let you stroll around our house?
My bad, man.
I traveled hundreds of miles looking for a man called Jack Builder. A scholar told me that I would find him here.
Yes, my servant told me already. My father's not here at the moment, so you'll have to make do with me. Unfortunately, I must disappoint you. There's no one called Jack living in this house.
Oh yeah, well, I got the proof.
Maybe he took a different name then.
I'm sorry, but this is not easy for any of us. I think you should know that Jack and I are promised to each other. Maybe we should go inside. The
Oh,
sun's
snap,
burning,
it happened.
and my mother doesn't need to hear us. Jack told me about you. You are Aliena. You're the one who rejected him and married his stepbrother.
Oh shit, she does know all the dirty details.
And now you want him back.
I'm sorry. I didn't know he was engaged to someone else. It's not my intention to cause you two any trouble.
He always said that he had come here to find out about his family. But instead, he found out about everything else. About philosophy, mathematics. When he and my father met, it was love at first sight. They studied together and made great plans.
I mean, that's pretty legit, though.
But in the end, Jack would always start talking about his cathedral again. This great church he would build one day. Rib vaults and pointed windows. He'd ramble on about it for hours and stare up at that ceiling. We three sat here for hours and talked. And then in the evenings, it would be just the two of us. So many strange ideas about the future. Some barely more than silly dreams. Others almost in arm's reach.
Yeah, he always had his head in the clouds.
Oh, yes. Well, he's not here anymore. My father had offered him work as a master builder here in Toledo. He would have been well off and free to spend his evenings under vaults like this, with me as his wife. But in the end, he refused. Tell me, did you really marry his stepbrother?
Drama.
It was a mistake. I know that now. I did it to fulfill a promise I'd made to my father. I thought I had no choice. I didn't want to hurt him. Believe me.
I do. You know, he left me because of you.
Fuck, man. Jack, you asshole.
Even after all you did to him, he couldn't let go. You can be glad that you ran into me and not my mother. She was enraged when he left.
He can have that effect on people.
But apart from that, we made our peace with him. Father even gave him one of his favorite pieces of his collection as a parting gift.
Oh, the woman.
A small wooden statue with stone eyes, in exchange for his slingshot.
Would you mind telling me where he went?
He went to Paris, to work on the Cathedral of Saint-Denis. He said he never found out about his father, so there was no reason to stay down here anymore.
Paris?
Yes. If you find him there, tell him I don't miss him.
I am sorry for all.
You don't have to be. What is the child's name, by the way?
He has none yet. I wouldn't name him without Jack.
Isn't that a bit silly?
Maybe. But he's his son as well as mine. It's his right to have a say in it too.
Then off to Paris. That baby needs a name.
He will get one.
I am so mad at Jack right now. He could have lived among scholars, married Aisha. What a fool!
I travelled back along the Way of St. James, passing through Astorga, Lyon and Burgos. I crossed the Pyrenees, revisiting Bordeaux, Angoulême, Poitiers, but never stayed longer than one night. The closer I came to Paris, the stronger my old doubts and fears resurfaced. If Jack really was there, what was I to say to him?
At least we know the game ships these two. Can you imagine she does all this shit to Jack, finds out that he left Aisha because she's on his mind. The first thing she wants to do is slap him? That's fucked up. I'm gonna do it.
I was sure I would slap him for running away without a word.
Boy! 3 months to get to Paris? You kidding me? Alright. Man, we got a lot of searching to do. Won't leave, not now. He's not here. Big stones, though. I'm not allowed to work on the cathedral, and I left him. Nope, nope. All cathedral construction. What do we here? I can interact with the door. Let's try that.
Leave.
Right.
Even if he doesn't want to see me, he deserves to see his son.
Like, for real, this kid needs a name. It's kind of driving me crazy. Like, how many months has it been? Like, if we tallied all the months he's been on the road, it's been like, what? At least half a year. I'm guessing 8 months. Oh, shit, there's Jack right there! I recognize that core bowl anywhere. Am I... How the fuck do I get over there? Beautiful, breathtaking.
There. Are we awake then? You almost missed this. Look at these colourful windows. Look at the light.
Ali.
We came to see you, Jack.
We? Is he?
He is your son.
My son?
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. Ali, where do we go from here?
Wherever we go, I want to go with you.
Will you marry me? Both of you.
We will.
Damn, I think it's raining in my room.
We stayed in Paris as husband and wife. And our son, Tommy. The days went by quickly. Jack had learned much working as a builder in Saint-Denis. Days became months. Then after a year, we both grew restless. Where can we go from here, we asked ourselves again. We both confessed that we wanted to see our families, our friends. And then we knew where we wanted to go. Home. Even if it was in shambles.
We need to hurry. The ship to England will leave soon.
Dude,
what's going on?
I just want to see
here?
Phillip at this
Whatever
point.
it is, if the crowd doesn't clear up, we'll miss our ship.
That dude must be going through a ringer. I mean, know he's gonna be sentenced for something. Our chest, a present from Rashid. He insisted I take it. Oh, I'm playing as Jack now. Okay. Priest, maybe can help. Smells of beer. A nervous jungler. Crowd's about to beat him. Oh shit. In the wood, slightly damp. So the wood's damp, put it somewhere cool, it dries, that moisture goes up. And that's where the tears come from.
Do you know what's going on?
Oh, chaos. I can't get these people to calm down. God knows I tried.
What happened?
The jongleur told the crowd a few stories. Then he sold people some miracle charms, but it was just fairy tales and painted stones.
Well, it always is.
I know, but I'd need a real miracle to calm them down now. Otherwise, they'll rip him apart.
I have a real miracle. But I don't know somewhere cool I can put it. A shady spot. Maybe I can run the horse into the crowd.
Could make the horse get their attention.
Or ride it through the crowd.
That sounds a bit dangerous, doesn't it?
You think?
You know, I do like being able to play as Jack, since he's got that engineer's mind. People, look at this miracle! The statue that cries.
You see? It's working.
Your friend Rashid must be quite the miracle worker.
Liquid is forming on her eyes.
It looks like she's crying. Good Lord. How does that work?
He just holds it up.
What's going on? The Holy Mother. She's crying.
She's crying at your anger. You're terrible people.
Revere the Holy Mother, for she has blessed us with a sign from the heavens. Cease your doings right now, and witness the miracle.
It's true. Lord in heaven. Why is she crying?
Because of your actions.
She weeps for your sins.
Fucking gaslighting shit.
What has this
here.
man done to you that you would treat him like a wild animal?
He tricked us and took our coin.
And you would kill him for your own foolishness. The Holy Virgin weeps, for you are not living by the word of God.
Gaslight harder, Jack. I love
the
it.
Mother of God.
Forgive us, Holy Mother. Where did she come from?
Oh man, that's funny as hell. I mean, it's gonna take a lot of the wind out of the sails. Let's just go with the truth. I feel like I can't invent religions here.
She was given to me by a scholar in Toledo. We think she cries because...
Jack, don't. It's a miracle.
A miracle. A miracle.
Yes.
Listen to what he has to say. The Holy Virgin has chosen this young family to protect her. Tell us all where you are headed.
Her destination is beyond these waters. In the small town of Kingsbridge, in the earldom of Shiring. There she wants to rest.
Kingsbridge?
Where's that?
Hail Mary!
Make way for the Holy Virgin!
Hallelujah!
Make Robert well!
Huh? Blessed Mary, let my daughter conceive.
Are we getting money right now?
Harvest. They're donating to ask for her blessing.
Oh. The weeping Madonna shall hear your prayer. And with your donations, I shall build her a new shrine at Kingsbridge, a cathedral.
Wait.
It's you.
Who the fuck are you?
Who do you mean?
You. The red-haired ghost.
Me? A ghost?
My husband is very much alive. I've known him since he was 12 years old.
But he drowned. By God, you drowned. 24 years ago. On the white...
Wait! Oh my god! It's...
My poor son. My Jack.
Is Jack the son of royalty?
Jack.
Jacques Cherbourg.
Jack. Cherbourg.
No. Holy shit, what a twist. Oh man, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't ready for that. That was actually a bit of a shocker. Like, of all the things that this game's thrown out, normally I'm like, alright, yeah, pretty casual. That was a pretty significant turn of events. Oh man. Chapter 15, The Journey. Pretty long one. Took about an hour and a half. Probably get one more chapter in and then well, it's only 8. It's also a work night. Probably do 2 more chapters is my guess. Because I do want to start streaming other games. You know, assuming school isn't too crazy in the coming weeks. Anyway. I felt hopeful on the ship from England to Normandy. Followed the coachwoman's advice and ran into a dead end in Barfleur. You and your baby fell seriously ill, but you both managed to survive. But you both So the baby could have died is what I'm gathering. You helped another pilgrim along the way of St. James. You snuck into Rashid's sacred archive, stole Jack's slingshot from Rashid. Wait, do I still have that? Oh, fuck. I left it. Terrible. Found Jack in Paris. Decided to go back to Kingsbridge. I saved a jongleur from a lynch mob. And I met Jack's grandmother. And finally learned the fate of his father. Fuck, man. I'm still tripping that Jack is the son of royalty. Oh, that's my favorite boy.
So much has grown, but there are no roots, no herbs.
What are you looking at, Jonathan?
The garden is in disorder.
Now there's a time skip.
I want it to be right again, but I don't know how to do it.
Before I became prior, I thought the same about Kingsbridge.
Phillip doesn't look as hopeless as I thought he might.
I cleaned up.
Where do we start?
We got a bunch of weeds, so we don't want to just plant seed. Don't want to pluck weed until the soil is loose.
For plants to take root, the soil must be loose and fertile.
Oh, so we have to dig?
But it's still overgrown with weeds.
So what can we do?
Well...
Guess I had that backwards. And I'd usually like wet the ground, then pull the weeds.
Some plants are weeds and must go before we can plant new seeds.
What are weeds?
They take away what the other plants need to grow. Light, water, room.
What do we do?
Pluck them. They look a lot like every other plant, so you need to learn how to tell them apart. Here, you see those? They're called wood sorrel. Let's pluck only those for now.
I'll do it.
If you insist. Make sure to pull out all of the thin roots.
And now what do I do?
Did you eat the weeds? You need somewhere to put them, dude. I don't know which one would come first. Water the ground or loosen it?
Plants also need plenty of water.
But we haven't planted anything yet. We just get mud.
Let's think of something else then.
I loosen the ground, man.
Now we can prepare the soil.
So, may I dig now? Done. What's next?
Stay here. I'll be right back.
Man, I'm quite curious how much this place has changed. Looks less lively.
Now, where did you put them?
Well, the bowl used to be up front and center.
Ah, here they are.
There we go.
I found these nuts for you. Remember, Milius? You always said that one day there will be a beech tree growing here. I think it's about time.
I wish I managed to find more nuts on my adventures. I feel like there was probably like a collection or achievements I could have located. Oh!
What did you bring?
Do you remember Milius? A kind man with a warm smile. Well, he told me to give you this.
Wow!
Now we just have to wait.
All right.
How long?
Too long for us to keep sitting here.
That long.
Some things take time. And only with patience will you receive your reward.
Why do we have to do all these things if all we had to do is wait?
Simply waiting would not have been enough, Jonathan. You just paved the way for things to take their course. They are happening right now. And in a few days' time, we will return and see the first green leaf of something new.
Is it God's reward?
Maybe.
Does he make things grow?
You
No, I just planted the seed.
Now you can fetch some water from the rain barrel.
But that water's smelly. It's been there forever.
It's full of
There are
nutrients.
many trees by the river. I bet that water's better.
That's a longer walk, though.
I don't mind. The distance is worth it.
Maybe you're right. It is worth it. Let's walk together then.
But I'll carry the bucket.
Dang, Jonathan dropping words of wisdom on your ass, Phillip. You're outdated, homie.
Why isn't Remigius holding the sermon? What's gotten into Phillip?
Our church lies in ruins.
But it's all naturey. I kind of like it better this way.
These dire times have revealed something important to us. Something that, maybe until today, I wasn't aware of.
What do you mean?
Like, I actually like it a lot better with nature growing inside of it.
You've been praying in these ruins. But you've been praying like you always did, in humbleness. We don't need a church for prayer.
Where else are we going to pray? The chapter house?
The church is where God resides.
God doesn't work in the ways we might assume.
Is your God so
Today,
weak he needs a
Jonathan
church to hear
tended
you?
to our garden to make it beautiful again. And he told me of things I almost had forgotten. Good and evil are not in here or out there. They are within each of us. God made us in his image. Thus, we carry the godly spark within us. But we have witnessed that man can have the devil in his heart as well. Prayer needs no special place, for we are his church. In our actions, he exists.
We are God's temple.
No man is closer to God than any other man. Whether you pray in church or on the streets of our towns, whether you're a man, woman, monk, or bishop,
find your zen.
Phillip, look outside. You have to see them. You've got to see the horses and the colors.
Jonathan.
What do you bring to my attention, young lad?
Now, what's going on?
I heard noises and I went to look.
Calm down. What happened?
But the priest said they brought a miracle.
Oh, it's Jack
What?
and Aliena.
What priest?
The crying statue.
Step right up, brothers and
Oh my
sisters.
god, we got all decked out for this.
For you are about to see something that will change your life.
Who is that?
They brought us a miracle.
A miracle?
Don't be shy. There is no danger, just awe that awaits you here. Ah, you must be Prior Phillip. I am Brother Reynold. I have been sent by the Archbishop of Canterbury. Here is his letter, in case you have reasonable doubts.
This is kind of wacky. Why are you guys hiding your identities? Letter dated January 20th, 1141. Phillip of Kingsbridge, I hereby implore you to accept the grace of the Weeping Madonna, for she has chosen Kingsbridge as her shrine. After the rumors of a miracle had come to my ears, I had called for the procession to see me. I then saw it with my own eyes. She is real. I have claimed the miracle for England and had intended to retain her in Winchester. The guardians of the Madonna have convinced me otherwise. They have come to England only to support the rebuilding of Kingsbridge. You have my blessing, Phillip of Kingsbridge. I expect you to restore your priory to be worthy of the Holy Madonna. Theobald, Archbishop Canterbury. Wow, you're gonna undercut my message literally just as I said we don't need a cathedral?
We've been charged to accompany the Weeping Madonna. She is to replace the loss of your relic, Saint Adolphus the Martyr, who was taken from you, I hear, with brute force.
I prefer all green, dude.
On her travel from far away Africa, she has collected donations to reward Kingsbridge for your faith in her and in the Lord.
I don't want it. Send it away.
I can't believe this. What is all this?
You do believe. That is why she came. And that is why you shall witness her miracle for yourself today.
I literally stopped believing in God, dude. Get out of here. Go.
The Weeping Madonna came to me in a faraway land named Africa. A baptized Saracen was her former guardian.
What country did you say you came from?
We have traveled all the way from a place of wonders too marvelous to behold.
The hell?
The faraway land of Africa.
Africa has many countries, I've heard.
Yes, it does. I knew not her powers or destination.
What's it like in Africa?
The sun is always shining, and miracles happen every day. It's a land of great deserts, fig trees, and creatures that an Englishman can't even dream up.
Like these horses. Are they horses?
They are not. To you, they might resemble horses, but the name the Africans have for these creatures is impossible to pronounce.
Oh my
even
god.
for me.
Bro, just because it's a
Many
different
bore
language,
witness to her miracle.
don't make it a different animal.
Before it dawned upon me.
You mentioned there were fig trees in Africa. What are they?
It's a fruit, of course.
Oh, you got that right so far.
It looks like a strawberry and tastes like a pear.
The scripture mentions these figs, and they sound nothing like that. Why is that?
No two apples look or taste alike. The same goes for figs, and doubly so.
I'm getting the impression that this man has never even been to Africa. But why would he lie?
But I wondered, what shrine should be her shelter? This time, it was the Madonna herself
Christian,
who answered
like
my
our
questions. She said, "You shall build me a new church in Kingsbridge."
Excuse me. Don't interrupt.
And along the road, from Paris, across Normandy, over the sea, and all the way to Kingsbridge.
Hey!
Shh! The Weeping Madonna has chosen you! All of you! I will tell you again. Dear brothers and sisters, the Weeping Madonna has chosen you, all of you. Now, brothers and sisters, I have heard that life has not been kind to Kingsbridge, but it is in places like these, and in dark times like these, that God's light shines brightest. And along the road, from Paris, across Normandy, over the sea, and all the way to Kingsbridge, devout Christians have given money for the building of the Church of the Weeping Madonna.
You done,
this Church of Kingsbridge. You must be thinking, how can he be so sure?
Oh my god, he's still going.
In the beginning, I was not.
No!
I only had my faith. I knew not her powers or destiny. Nevertheless, I carried her.
Mary, poor Mary, hasn't spoken in years ever since she's been widowed. Doesn't trust us either. Always opposing new. You know what? For once, Remigius and I were on the same page. Punch on their back. Camels.
They look almost like horses.
In the beginning, I was not. I only had
Hollow. Feels like a wicker basket covered in pelt.
Oh, fake fucking camels? You kidding me right now, dude?
I carried her for many miles.
What do you think of this procession?
They seem well intended, and we could use the money.
You heard me correctly.
Open their eyes. Already won them over.
My dear people.
Oh, I'm so excited to see a true miracle. Did you hear that? The Madonna has chosen us.
She's come all the way from Africa.
Like this, hook, line, and sinker.
The Weeping Madonna came to me in a faraway land named Africa.
You don't need to be here, if it's too loud for you.
A baptized Saracen
Mary.
was her former guardian, and I and the custodians of the Holy Virgin.
Brother Reynold.
Want to hear his take on
I've
this?
heard of a Reynold from the coast. A scheming drunkard who lives as a traveling monk.
You think that's him?
Perhaps it is, perhaps it's not. I don't trust him either way.
Hey, I see the redhead. Get that kid, man.
And I will tell you again.
Open
She
their
is
eyes.
a true miracle.
Who the fuck is foreign monks?
Your life.
Familiar garbs.
Tell me the truth. Why are you here?
We are guardians of the Holy Virgin that sheds tears. We were appointed by the Archbishop of Canterbury, but it was the Holy Virgin herself who chose us while she travelled through Europe.
Oh yes. How did that happen?
She speaks without words.
Sounds sketchy as
Many
fuck,
bore
bro.
witness to her miracle before it dawned upon me.
Alright, let's go check the audience and then back of the heart.
Please, everyone.
Shh! We want to listen to his story.
This story is bullshit.
It came to me. I could have continued to carry her from town to town until my flesh succumbed. But this was not her will. But I wondered,
If she
what
hides what
shrine
cover.
should be her
Very
shrine?
simple.
This time, it was the Madonna herself who answered my questions. You heard me correctly.
Old and jaded.
It was a long journey. The Weeping Madonna came to me in a faraway land named Africa. A baptized Saracen was her former guardian. And I and the custodians of the Holy Virgin were chosen to take her on a journey. Baptized? A Saracen? You must wonder. Why was Kingsbridge chosen to be the home of the
Don't you
Holy
want to
Virgin?
see the miracle too?
She said, You shall build me a new church in Kingsbridge. So we
Why
set
are
off
you hiding?
with the blessing of Archbishop Theobald of Canterbury. You must wonder, why was
That's not fit for a shrine.
to be the home of the Holy Virgin?
Find all the telling clues.
You shall build
Nothing
me
sacred
a new
about this.
church in Kingsbridge. So we set off with the blessing of Archbishop. You heard me correctly.
Presume I go and confront him now.
It was a long journey. Can you feel it? Brothers and sisters, you are about to witness a miracle. The Madonna knows how you have suffered. The Virgin Mother had to witness the rise and fall of her Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, and never stopped believing. Kingsbridge has endured many hardships. Prior James left you before his time when you needed him the most. Your old cathedral was burned to the ground.
How do you know this?
And your new one collapsed even before construction was finished. You have suffered the ruthless destruction of your market, homes, and lives.
Dada!
All of you have lost husbands, wives, and children, family and friends.
Dada!
About to give the whole game away, buddy.
All of you know how it is to be hungry and afraid.
Jack. Aliena.
Onto
Phillip.
your asses.
But this is a miracle, isn't it? Or something along those lines.
But how?
We thought it was time to give Tommy a home.
The boy? Your boy?
Well, Philip? Do you recognize him? Our little Tommy?
Tommy? But... It's been almost 3 years since I last saw you, Jack. Where on earth did you find him?
I'd almost given up looking for him. Then Tommy found him.
And you decided to come back?
Well, this is our home, after all.
Then what on earth is all this? This miracle?
With the Madonna, we were able to collect donations for your priory and for Kingsbridge.
Really?
We can start anew. We can rebuild the cathedral.
What's the catch?
I'll get to be master builder.
Why?
I've studied the cathedrals, churches, and houses they build in France and Spain. I saw how different their constructions were, with new shapes, colors, and ideas. Oh, you should have seen it. They combined rib vaulting and pointed arches. I want to do that. That's why.
Why here?
Because this is home.
It's like Phillip actually cares.
The townspeople probably think that's enough to build a whole cathedral. But to me, it looks like about £100. You know, that would even pay for a year's work.
Like all of this, it's a symbol. Enough for a fresh start.
And the Madonna will stay here. Kingsbridge will attract visitors and donations again.
You mean I should be thankful for these lies and tricks?
Jack! Aliena! You came back!
We wanted to see you, little sister.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. But look at you! And the little one!
Tommy.
How are the others?
Alfred left Kingsbridge. Richard shows up every now and then, and Ellen returned to the forest.
We need to visit her.
You didn't mention
Father
Tom
lives
Builder.
with her now.
There we go.
What's wrong, Mother?
I'm glad you're back.
I am too. Very glad.
She looks like she's about to cry. She will weep for your suffering, Kingsbridge. She knows your pain.
What now?
The miracle!
Her eyes
eyes are waiting.
Her eyes!
Look at her.
They're shining!
She cannot hold her tears any longer.
She is made of wood. It's impossible.
Oh Lord, I'm a believer.
Why are you weeping? She is mute ever since her husband died.
The Madonna has suffered as I
Oh
have.
shit.
She understands.
This is so fucked up. This is messed up.
It seems through her faith in all of your lies, Mary has found a miracle. We can't keep trying to repair Kingsbridge by ourselves. Things are not improving. We're struggling to keep things as they are.
But we can't afford to hire help.
Lied to an old woman.
Affairs, we're back to Prior
Give her
James's
false
time.
hope. That's
All
gonna be
these
one road
past
that
years,
easily
my
gets pulled
advice
out
was
later.
good enough for you. But it appears you've changed your mind now, again.
It is time we started doing something to
Let me
wake
just-
up
I'm
and
gonna
make
slap the
Kingsbridge what
shit
it
out
used
of
to
you.
be. We did before, and we could do it again.
I'll do a bean dip to your balls.
I'm not willing to accept a risk like that. Don't you remember what happened last time? My, how easily we forget.
I remember well.
And still, you put your trust into a group of random strangers to make things better. Phillip, why in God's name have you stood by and let this happen? They're tricking us into giving them money for false idols.
They are giving us money.
So that we'll place this idol in our priory.
Why did you tell him it's
Do
false?
you approve of this?
He was buying into it. Hook, line, and sinker. Condemn or condone? I mean, fuck. I don't want to condemn it behind closed doors and then be all like, look at this miracle. Remigius will totally use that shit as blackmail. Ah, I gotta stick to my guns though, man. It is bullshit.
No, I don't approve of their deception. The Madonna is a trick, no miracle. But the people have already decided, and I won't take away the hope they found. Did you not see what happened to Mary?
I saw. And I see that you intentionally turn a blind eye to the lies of your friends. I'm warning you. I cannot support a prior who tolerates heresy.
Your threat won't sway me. No matter how unconventional, their return and their gift are a blessing.
You made your decision, Phillip of Gwynedd. And now, I make mine. I resign. I'm leaving the priory.
Bye, Felicia.
You got so big, Tommy. And you're just as shy as your father was.
Don't let him fool you. Usually, he's always up to something.
We are so proud of you. Of both of you.
Is she still here?
Hmm?
Your wife, Agnes?
No. Ellen and Martha moved her to Kingsbridge. She got a proper burial this time.
Will you come back with us, too?
Would you want that?
Yes. I need your help with the cathedral. Phillip and I have big plans.
We'll come.
Ellen, we found Jack's family in Cherbourg.
The place he came from wasn't Cherbourg, it was Cherbourg.
Really? What were they like?
They were good people.
His grandmother said Jack looked just like him, like his father.
He does. But they never came for him or asked about him.
They thought he was dead. His ship sunk. He'd always wanted to go to England.
Have you ever heard of the White Ship?
No.
The king's family drowned.
My father was there. He was the only one who survived.
Not for long.
You told me that he was accused of stealing a chalice.
Oh, so he was royalty.
Yes.
And they had to...
But I know he was innocent.
Ends.
I heard the story and had to find out what he looked like. He told me his name. I fell in love. I helped him escape. But in the end, they caught up with us.
What happened then?
They hanged him. I was there. And you were there, Jack.
So maybe Stephen
But you
actually
weren't born
did
yet.
sabotage the ship.
He was led to the gallows. Everyone was quiet.
Found out that Jack
The people
survived,
somehow
went
knew
after him.
he was not a thief. But I knew for sure. He told me. He was so afraid. He didn't want to die. I didn't want him to die. And I prayed.
This bullshit.
Then I heard his voice. Quiet.
Sang sweeter than ever, as if the falling melody might wing and net dissever. At dusk the hunter took his prey, the lark his freedom net.
No! No!
You said that 3 men were responsible for Father's death.
Who were they? The Sheriff of Shiring, Percy Hamleigh, Prior James of Kingsbridge, and Archdeacon Waileran Bygod. They showed no mercy. Neither did I. I curse you! All of you! He will return to haunt you! One day, you will be judged for what you did. Your houses shall be consumed by fire. Your life shall end in pain and agony. You shall grow old in sadness and regret. The people they killed will return to haunt them. I promised them.
We welcome our new prior, Remigius. He helped to recover the bones of the Saint of Kingsbridge, Adolphus, from the hands of thieves. Adolphus already rests safely in this great cathedral of shiring. Our master builder Alfred promised me that it will only be a matter of a few years until the cathedral will be finished. And the Earl of Shiring has promised to support us. But he has not done so for himself. No, the Earl is not a selfish man. His mother, Lady Hamleigh, is sick.
Remigius is
more
here.
And more, I feel the whole of England is suffering from a sickness. The sickness of war, poverty, and most of all, heathen beliefs. I have spoken to God. I asked him, begged him to walk amongst us, to heal us. But God told me that only when this great cathedral is finished will he have a temple to reside in. No matter the cost, this shall be a towering castle to protect us from evil and false beliefs. With this cathedral, we will bring an end to the dark times.
Waileran Bygod.
Jack, what are you doing here?
My father died by your hands, Waileran. His name was Jacques Cherbourg.
How dare you talk to the bishop like that?
He died right here.
Fuck the bishop.
Who are you?
I know that man. He's that bastard from Kingsbridge.
That man is my husband.
You?
All of you, listen to what we have to say. From now on, Kingsbridge is protected.
By our knights, by our walls, and by the word of the king.
So whatever you do, we will defend our town, our market and fulling mills.
Oh man.
And our cathedral, which we shall rebuild. All workers are invited to come and work for us.
Preposterous.
Yeah, this place really did go downhill.
If you so much as try to bring harm to us, Bishop, we will make sure that you pay for everything you did.
Alright. Sticking it to the man, one of the things that gets you into heaven, according to Adam. We have Joe 6:15. Let's see, help Jonathan plant a new tree. Held first sermon in a long time. Disapproved the deception of the Madonna, but came to see that it gives people hope. Aliena and Jack have returned to Kingsbridge. 8:51. Alright. I mean, I want to finish the game and stream other things, but it might be worth me dabbling. Like, if I don't feel like playing this necessarily, maybe I can, like, stream other stuff I'm playing. Like I mentioned that I'm playing Grand Theft Auto. Like, that way I'm not like just getting burnt out playing one thing. Because I usually only have a couple projects going at once. So, you know, that might be worth considering. Because Grand Theft Auto has been making me crack up quite a bit. And with the 6th one coming out, I figured it's about time I actually finish that bloody game. But those are thoughts for a later moment. In the meantime, let's do one more chapter of this. Rockin' Hip, a horror game. Made a scares ready to go. Start up Little Misfortune. And that is equal parts fucked up and equal parts hilarious. Like super dark comedy. Pitch black.
It had been 3 years. 3 years of drought. 3 years of hunger and poverty. England was brought to its knees. Only our walls had kept us safe from the bands of outlaws raiding towns and villages. Bishop Waileran
You know,
and William
GTA
Hamleigh
actually has a
the workers to
solid
finish their
damn
cathedral
story.
in shiring.
Like, phenomenally told story. Problem is, I've always borrowed the game. I borrowed it 3 times, and I got to the exact same part 3
The work on our
times.
own cathedral had almost
Maybe like the
come to a halt.
55% margin point. And I was like, I can't do that shit to
The
myself
storm had
again.
raged on. It was then that our cathedral gave up its last secret.
But playing it now, these days, a little bit older, the humor hits a lot funnier.
And everything changed.
Much more sardonic game than I understood back then.
Tom! I told you you wouldn't like the sight of this.
It looks bad. But it's not the wall I'm worried about.
Are we talking 3 years?
It's good you sent the
Since
workers
chapter
home during the
16
storm.
to chapter 17?
Now do us all a favour and do the same. Go home. Your children hardly get to see you. Tommy and Sally have been asking about you all morning.
You got a new kid? After their promise to Walleran to keep Kingsbridge protected, Richard and Jack have spent much time fortifying the town. Since then, William Hamleigh has not dared to attack the town again. Aliena, who has continued her wool business, trades mostly outside of shiring. Most of the fleece she is trading is produced in Kingsbridge, where Jack erected 2 felting mills. Aliena and Jack have 2 children now. Tommy is already 12 years old. His little sister Sally is 9. Martha looks after both of them while Jack and Aliena are working. Some believe that Martha and Richard are in love. If that is true, they are keeping their secret well guarded. Oh, I can totally ship Martha and Richard. I actually think that's a rich couple. Okay, hold the fuck up though. So Tommy was 3 years old when Aliena, Jack, and Phillip were reunited in Kingsbridge. He's now currently 12, so we're talking about 9 years passing since they confronted Walleran. Wait, Walleran or Walderan? Yeah, Walleran and William. And the drought's been going on for 3 years. Alright, fuck dude, 9-year time skip.
You'll kill yourself up here! That crack down there must have been due to the storm. If the storm works, I work. My cathedral was never designed to be this high. I know! I reinforced the walls. It cannot be the height. What else was damaged? I'd look myself, but I dare not come closer. If your mother knew I was up here at all, she'd kill me. Both of us. What? She would kill both of us!
Aaron Chisel, Storm, Noise and Sandler Stop, Small Crack, Vaulting and Stable. Never mentions Alfred. Let's get the tools. I'm gonna need those bloody things. Oh!
Careful over there! If we don't find out what's causing this, then the whole east wall will come down.
I mean, it looked like the cracks going all the way through.
If you're right. What about Aliena? She should be on her way back from Winchester now. Oh, I hope she's alright in this. Yeah, I hope so too.
I got a feeling this game is gonna kill off Aliena. William's gonna do some fucked up shit.
The vaulting is cracked. If I make it worse, then we'll at least know what the problem is. You're probably right.
Oh shit.
All right. One more time. And? What happened? If the vaulting were unstable, this part should have collapsed and the wall would retract. So, the cause of our problem is not up here? No. When we erected the eastern wall 17 years ago, there was also a crack. No matter what we did, it always came back.
Oh, at the back.
Remember? Yes. Yeah, I remember. But this is not the same wall. We rebuilt it. Still, could the cause not have been the same in both cases? Maybe. The ground is the same. But it's never been that dry. We had no problem with the rest of the walls. Well, that's true. But there must be something else.
crypt, then?
The crypt! Huh. I kept the whole foundation there as it was. But it never had to carry this much weight before. You're right. If the cause of our problem is down there, we'll find it. You go ahead. Don't you need help? I'll manage. Just don't tell your mother. Are you sure? Go on. I know you can't wait to get down there. Neither can you.
Tom,
I'll just take a quick look and wait for you.
if you die checking that ladder, I'm gonna be pissed. More pissed than Mom, maybe.
They were enraged.
Oh shit!
Bishop Henry thinks that the Pope should hear about what you
Jonathan's grown into quite the young
I
man.
think so too. I would be honored if he read my book.
Philip, I
He's even
really
got
am
stubble.
worried about you.
There is no need for you to worry, Jonathan. It is just a book.
The problem is that the people love your sermons and what you wrote, even though most of them can't read.
Yeah.
Your book is being copied in priories all over England.
Is that not a good thing, if our message gives people hope?
And condemns the
In
church.
desperate times, hope can be a powerful force.
That is very true.
So this is what he gets arrested for.
I fear the bishops. They might come to believe you took that power from them.
Huh? Do you?
Oh, it's a second book. The Divine Soul, written by Phillip in 1148. In his text, Phillip suggests that we all carry a godly spark within us, because God created man. And while sometimes it may seem as if God has abandoned us, God is indeed always closer to us than anything else, because our soul is of a divine nature. This means that man does not have to wait for salvation from the outside, but that we can all change the world around us ourselves. We can plant a seed, and God in turn will make it grow. Come on, dude. You got rain and water to thank for that part. Philip's message of hope is heard in all of England and even other parts of Europe. But the church is highly critical of the text. In his first book, Philip had only criticized fake miracles. Now he seems to claim that as all men are equally divine, members of the clergy are not closer to God's glory than any other man. Philip, it's a paddling. Sub prior soon. Still doesn't know who his father is. Found his truth.
Jack!
Have you been atop the cathedral during the storm?
Don't worry, Philip. The storm isn't as bad up there. Jonathan, did you and the others come directly from Winchester?
Yes, we did.
What about Aliena?
She stayed a day longer for the fleece fair. She should be on her way back now.
In this storm?
We didn't expect it to get worse.
No one did.
I am sure she'll be alright.
I need to go. I think I know why the east wall is unstable.
Yes? Why is that?
I'm not sure, but I think the answer lies down in the crypt. I should hurry before it's too late.
I mean, I feel like I should explore for achievements, but I also want to...
That's not the way to the crypt.
No.
Not before I find out what's making my wall cave in.
Don't rush. Oh, I can talk to them.
Jonathan is probably right.
Or not.
Aliena will be fine. Still, I'd feel better if she was here with us. I think I know what caused the problems we have with the East Wall.
Wonderful. You know, I just realized that the crack in the wall reminds me of the one that the old cathedral had.
The one that burned down?
Yes. I only noticed it when I visited after Prior James died.
It wasn't there before then?
No. I remember that I thought the crack looked like a finger, pointing at the sinners of Kingsbridge.
A grim thought.
I was not happy with the state of Kingsbridge back then. I admit that.
No, I better have a look at the crypts now.
A finger of condemnation at the sinners of Kingsbridge. Right above the crypt. It's almost like the original, what are they called? Not miracles. Relics. Saint Alphonsius's bones were never truly a relic of holiness. It's almost like they were an unholy relic, bringing death and damnation to this place.
Phillip is right. It does look like a finger, pointing right at the crypt.
See, for me, it kind of looks like a cherub. You got... Make sure this moves. Looks like it does. Yeah, so you kind of got the, its robe, right? The hem of the robe is down here. Then its body convexes into a triangle. You've got wings up here. Its little, like, helmeted head. And then, bam, it's like instrument pointing down. Or wings that are tilting down. I'm sure it looks more finger-like if I can get it closer to
I
it,
better
but
wait for
from
time.
where I'm at, nah, man.
I know he doesn't want to miss anything.
The cathedral looks good, though. Look better with all the green overtaking it.
Now it's down here, too. The first cracks are showing.
That means we were right. The cause of the instability must be down here.
The ground.
I love that all the characters, except for Aliena,
drought
came
could
down
have
into
made
this
it
crypt
worse.
and noticed that this wall was
find
funky
out.
at some point in their story. And now it's coming full circle for us to be like, yo, what gives? Adolphus, not Alphonsius. Who's keeping track of these religious names?
Do you want to work on this one?
Go ahead. I need some time to catch my breath. Don't look at me like that. I'm fine.
If he thinks he's all right, then he's all right. Rashid was right. People love to believe in miracles. But the reason most people come to Kingsbridge now is for Philip's sermons. He tells them what they need to hear. He gives them hope. Do you know what's going on here, Mary?
This part that's all jetting out.
That definitely wasn't here before.
It wasn't.
If there's dry sand behind there, we know it's the ground.
Just be careful when you work on that wall.
Bro, you're about to bring the whole
If it's
place
the ground
crashing in
and
on
the
you.
foundation, the whole wall could cave in.
Here we go. But...
Back off, dude.
But what?
I think I can feel a draft.
What?
One more time.
Jack, watch out!
Jump back! Jump back! You suicidal
all right.
bastard.
What is it?
Dear God. These stones, they've been removed before.
The mortar is missing on most of them.
Whoever put them back just added some mortar on top of the stones to hide the fact that they were removed. The tile at the bottom was completely loose.
What does that mean?
I think it was an entrance.
An entrance? To where?
That's what we'll find out.
To hell itself.
Careful now. You've got the whole east wall on top of you. Jack?
Jack? I'm all right. I just hit my head. It's dark in here. There's a whole room here. A chamber.
What's that?
Is he a cross? A bed?
Phillip, I'll get it. You stay here.
What intriguing cup? At least that's what I think it is. Sand everywhere. Parts of the room must have collapsed. Brush. What is that? It's like a brush. Coffin? It's a long person.
Is that a coffin? Oh, there's sand everywhere.
This be sketch, dude.
Huh? It's a bed.
Alright, I thought it was a bed.
There's a bed in here.
What? Jonathan, we need that torch.
Who slept here? Strange. That's not wood. It's metal. Gold, even.
On the brush.
It's made of leather. It's a whip.
Oh, man.
What is that?
This just went
here?
full Da Vinci Code on us.
I have the torch.
All right, come in here. Should be safe.
Yes.
Did you know about this place?
No. No, I did not. I've seen this chalice before, when I was very young. It's the chalice of the Eucharist from Kingsbridge Cathedral.
The chalice Jack Cherbourg stole.
Cuthbert told me about it. They said it was stolen.
And melted down, I know. Mother told me. They also said it was my father who did it.
Did they?
So he's innocent then?
He must be.
And whoever hid the chalice is responsible for his death. They hanged him in shiring for stealing this chalice. But it was here all along.
That scourge, the whip.
It was that
belonged
monk.
to Prior James. I was afraid of it when I first visited Kingsbridge with Francis and Abbot Peter. Even the look of it scared me.
James. Maybe it was him. I think I saw him during the night of the fire in the cathedral. When the old cathedral burned down. There was a man in the fire. His shoulders were bloody, as if he had chastised himself.
It is you! My God and the devil!
He told me that he had sinned, that he had done something to me. Perhaps because I looked like my father.
So he confessed for framing your father while he hid the cup here?
But it couldn't have been James you saw. James died weeks before the fire.
Did he? You said they never found his body. Maybe he hid down here. Maybe that's why the bed's here.
Jonathan, you're one smart cookie. I like you.
Jack, you were in the burning cathedral.
Oh shit!
What were you doing there?
It's time to confess, man. Just do it. Own up to it.
Aye. And then I told Phillip what I'd done.
That's a paddling, bro.
He just looked at me.
Burning down holy locations.
Didn't say anything.
Disappointing your elders. Damn, I was hoping that Phillip would be a little more forgiving, but man, he's kind of upset by that news, it seems. Prior James Scourge, found by Phillip, 1154. As a child, Phillip was afraid of Prior James Scourge. He first saw it when he and Abbot Peter, the man who raised him and Francis after their parents were killed, visited Kingsbridge. Years later, James decided that Phillip, now a young man, should get the chance to lead his own priory. St. John in the Forest. Wait, James decided that Phillip should lead one? He's the one with the Scourge too? Every time Phillip visited the mother house in Kingsbridge, he always remembered the day he first saw the Scourge. Abbot Peter did not like the idea that pain could lead to salvation, but Prior James believed chastising oneself was the only way to cleanse the soul from the sinful implications of the flesh. After Jack told Phillip that he believed Prior James was alive the day the cathedral burned down, Phillip remembered that only weeks before the choir did not dare to sing, because they thought they heard some chastising himself. Well, they kind of dropped the ball on kind of dropped the ball on the language there. Give me or the grammar. Give me a second. So, because we got the spelling error in before here, and then heard someone chastising himself. Okay, so you said that. After Jack told Phillip that he believed Prior James was alive the day the cathedral burned down, Phillip remembered that only weeks before the choir did not dare to sing because they thought they heard someone chastising himself in the crypt. Maybe they really did hear James. Maybe James did hide in the secret room in the crypt. Why? Nah, I disagree. One, I did state the reason why this guy's getting a paddling. It's because he disappointed Phillip. Jesus, dude.
Wailerin, what do you want?
Do you think it is wise to resign yourself to gluttony at times like these, while your people starve on the streets of Shiring?
Don't play the saint. You promise them miracles, and you make them pay. But your miracles never work out, do they?
God works in ways that we cannot comprehend.
My mother cannot walk.
Not catching references. That itself is a paddling, son.
Again. What do you want?
But I think we can agree this guy gets a paddling for gluttony while people starve.
The Bible again.
No. Philip of Gwynedd wrote it. And the church is displeased. Bishop Henry was enraged. This is our chance, William.
Your chance, you mean? If you need forces, talk to Water or Ugly. I don't care.
Damn.
I built your fucking cathedral. I'm done.
It's not just about Philip. It's about Aliena and her family.
Don't mention that name.
But have you not heard? King Stephen and Maud's son just signed a peace treaty.
I don't care.
You should care.
I said I don't. Now leave, and don't come back unless I ask for you. Where's my wife? They've not returned yet, Lord William.
Wait, who the fuck is this guy's
Then
wife?
get me a whore!
Fuck, dude.
Now!
Well, William is no less charming than he used to be. Kind of impressed, actually. Takes a lot of willpower to say a shithead your whole life. The end of the war and the Treaty of Wallingford, 1154. After over 15 years of civil war, the battle between Stephen and Maud, England was more divided than ever. After a final confrontation at Wallingford, Empress Maud's son, Henry II, and Stephen arranged the truce. The treaty was later signed in Winchester and Westminster. According to the treaty, Stephen will remain king until his death, and then be succeeded by Henry II. The treaty further states that all decisions regarding land which were made during Stephen's reign are immediately reverted and restored to the time of King Henry I. This means that the earldom of Shiring again belongs to the heirs of Bartholomew and not to the Hamleighs, but who would dare to go against William Hamleigh? Oh shit! No wonder Walleran was all like, oh, you're gonna want to know what this treaty says. Oh, but it's wild that history is just built on documents like this. Like, people go to war, they take land, they say this land is not part of this kingdom. And then just with one person's passing, it's like, alright, going back to how it used to be on the map. Y'all save the old map? Get the old maps out. Fuck, man. How many wars are going on today because of this shit? This would be so shitty to walk in. People complain about rain, but imagine desert storms. Is she back at her aunt's place? Safety, can't you hear crying? That sounds kind of sketch, man.
I am sorry for intruding, but I must ask you for shelter. I was on my way from the Fleece Fair in Winchester to Kingsbridge and got caught in the storm.
Nasty, isn't it?
Yes. And it's getting worse and worse. Thank you for your hospitality.
Someone help me!
I don't like how all these people got knives and hoods.
Please! I need help!
Screams come from outside, someone's crying. Smoke, something's going on.
I'm hurt!
Anyone doing something? I don't help, nobody will. Screams come from outside. Peasants, wasn't anyone doing something? So nothing. Old woman, someone's crying.
Excuse me, haven't you heard it too?
Out here! I'm out here!
Didn't you hear that?
Fucking Aliena, you're about to get yourself killed. God damn it.
Can't anyone hear
Doesn't
me?
anyone want to go and see what that was? Don't you hear it?
Fuck.
Hello?
Alright. Hopefully this is better than I was afraid it was.
Oh dear, are you hurt?
My horse! It
I can't move! Take my hand! We'll get you inside!
Oh man, that is so much better than I thought was going on. Oh,
But
shit,
we'll only
mate.
be here until
That's
it's
what
safe
you're
to leave. We won't bother you.
Like, if they do bother, there's always a horse out there you
I'm
can trade.
Aliena.
Yeah, all
What's
that
your
fresh
name?
horse meat. Might be a little
Elizabeth.
crunchy on account of the storm, but I mean,
Breathe,
come on, guys.
Elizabeth.
Better than having
You're
no
safe
food.
now.
Some texture's better than none.
Mm-hmm.
She took her. Should let her die. We would all be better off without someone like her.
Damn. All right. Well, who did I just rescue that these people are pissed off about?
I hope the storm spares your homes and fields.
If only we had that much left. We still have our lives. And our dignity. You still have yours.
I don't like this. You should get out of this place as soon as you can.
Be assured, I will leave as soon as the storm ceases.
Hold your horses.
She's
We'll
avoiding
see
eye
what
contact.
happens.
I'm gonna have to use the snipe I got on me. Or the might. Didn't I see a blank? Oh yeah, the blanket over here.
Hey, what are you gonna do with that?
I'm just going to borrow it.
Let's try to get along until the storm passes.
Thank you.
Hey, that's our blanket.
Can't you see she's freezing?
It's all right. It's just a blanket.
I guess food is next.
What's she doing now?
I don't know. We don't have much, but always enough for a lost soul. She doesn't deserve anything. Take a bowl and go ahead.
Alright, well, the old woman's not a total.
Maybe we should be kinder to her.
That's Ted.
No, they don't deserve her kindness.
Hey. Hopefully I'll just get the bowl out automatically.
I can't carry it.
Just try to ignore it. Shush! Let her eat.
Thank you.
This is getting tense, man. Like, what's gonna set these people off?
Eat this. You must be hungry.
Thank you. That's nice of you.
Why are you giving her soup? Dirt. That's what she deserves for dinner.
What? Do you want her to starve?
Please, don't start a fight.
Oh, you're so kind. Many people would have let me die. People don't listen to me. My entourage didn't even notice they lost me.
Who?
My husband and his entourage.
A fine
William
husband you
Hamleigh?
have. I divorced my last one for less than that.
Divorced? Oh, he's just been beside himself ever since his mother.
Yep.
Maybe now you'll understand what loss feels like.
This is William's wife, that's
and
why
what
everyone's
you
treating her
people
so
are doing
poorly.
to us.
Oh!
Stop
Oh,
bullying
shit.
her.
Can't you see she's upset? How do they know you? This
To be
isn't
fair,
right.
there's no way she
I'm used to
deserves
it.
William's treatment.
I guess that's how it is when your husband holds an office like that. He has to do a lot of things people don't like. And sometimes they recognize
Oh man,
me.
don't defend him. William sucks.
Wait.
I'm sure he's not a good husband.
Is your husband the Earl of Shiring?
I thought you knew.
William Hamleigh.
Oh, please don't abandon me too. I swear, I'm not... I can't...
I used to know him when I was a girl.
Really?
Why did you marry him?
My parents arranged it. And it was an honor to be picked.
What's he like now?
I loathe him with all my heart. How do you know him?
He wanted to marry me when I was your age. Apparently, he likes young girls, no matter how old he gets.
You too were supposed to marry him. How come you didn't?
He was a beast. So I refused.
You refused him?
It caused a lot of misery.
You're so courageous. I wish I was like you. I can't even stand up to the servants.
Don't act like you didn't have a hand in the downfall of this land. For years he roamed across the country to raid, rape and kill.
I'm sorry.
He's no Earl. After all he's taken from us, we should take something from him too.
He really would not care.
She has nothing to do with this. Don't you dare touch her. Can't you see she's another one of his victims?
Oh, give over. She's in on it too.
Can you even imagine how it must be to be a child married to Hamleigh? The abuse and the humiliation every single day. I'm so sorry.
I'm crying because you know too.
Enough to know your pain.
I just don't know what to do anymore.
Sam, where the hell am I supposed to tether this horse?
Oh, shit.
It's Walter. He's looking for me.
Come with me to Kingsbridge. People will take care of you there.
That should do it.
Yeah, I don't want to give her the dagger. I might have to use it on this guy.
Walter.
You? I've not seen you in a long time. William would be very pleased if I brought him your head.
No! Don't harm her. If it wasn't for her, I'd be dead. She saved me from the storm.
Did she now? Come on, we have to get back to the castle. We've lost too much time already.
I won't let her go back.
It's all right. You don't need to sacrifice yourself for me. Thank you for saving me and protecting me from these people.
Come on now, we need to get going. William is waiting.
I should have given her the dagger. Oh, I should have given her the dagger. I thought I'd get to do it. Oh, no. Fuck. Damn it. About William's wife, a note from Aliena, 1154. Was it my rejection that bittered William to the prospect of marriage for the years that followed? Was I the reason he married so late? After I met Elizabeth, I later found out that she was the daughter of Harold of Weymouth, a wealthy knight and a supporter of Stephen. Elizabeth was only 14 at the time of the wedding. Bishop Walleran wed them in the cathedral of Shiring, and everyone of importance was invited to the large feast. Elizabeth is a gentle girl who probably felt honored to be chosen to become the Earl's wife. I dare not imagine how William treated her. One more reason to finally put an end to all of this. Fuck. Yeah, that's a goddamn pattern winish. Fuck, man. This sucks. Fuck, man. If I replay this in private, I'm absolutely going to give her the knife. Be like, I get a feeling though, Elizabeth will probably reject the knife even if he give it to her. She's like, no, I could never hurt another soul. Like, oh, damn it, dude. Still, I done fucked up and that's a pattern. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do one more. Do one more chapter. But first, oh, whoops. What is this? We got 2 hours, 50 minutes on the results. I found a secret chamber underneath Kingsbridge Cathedral. Confessed to Phillip that I burned down the cathedral. Philip's book is strongly criticized by the church. The war between Empress Maud and King Stephen has ended. Found Elizabeth only after I entered the hut. Brought her some soup. Helped her warm up with a blanket. And I kept quiet when... What do you mean I kept quiet when Walter entered the hut? The fuck? I didn't keep quiet. Get out of here, game. I'm not keeping track of my decisions. Now that's a goddamn paddling. Outlaws. Chapter 18.
Dear Francis, the letters I have written to you over the years surely could be bound into a book. But only you know what my words in those letters amount to. It is different with the book I have written. It has found its way into priories throughout England and beyond. Because of my book, I may have to talk to Bishop Henry. But that is not the only thing that keeps me awake tonight.
Discovering the crypt. Seems a bit more apt.
Behind a wall in our crypt, Jack discovered a hidden room. We do not know who built it. But it is likely that Prior James hid there, even after he was said to have drowned. That means he was alive when we met in Kingsbridge on New Year's Day, the day of his burial. And Jack told me he saw a man in the church the night it burned down. Was that him? And if so, did he burn in the fire that night?
Right about... What is more thematic? Like the book will be a laugh after note.
The dust storm and the drought are taking their toll on all of us. Thanks to our town wall, we are safe from the Earl and the outlaws. We've heard of places nearby being raided. We believe the attackers were William Hamleigh's men. We have enough food to last us another few weeks. But life has come to a halt. Martha believes there will be rain soon. But the storm is only a harbinger of rain. I hope that she is right. Jonathan worries about my book. The Divine Soul. In Winchester, he heard that Bishop Henry was less than pleased by what I had written. I am not naive enough to pretend I do not know why. I wrote that hope is godly, and since God made each of us, hope and salvation are only to be found within ourselves. Henry sells hope, and I am giving it away for free. If the church should ask me to clarify my position, of course I shall do so. But I feel I must give our people what they need.
Kind of like those restaurants where it's like, hey,
and how could I write anything else if this is what I truly believe?
Philip's always been a good egg, though. He's just a good guy.
It must be well after midnight.
Thank goodness my teacup was empty.
I can be honest about what truly troubles me. Jack told me that he was responsible for the fire in Kingsbridge. I know that it was a long time ago. He told me he set fire to the roof so there would be work for his father, Tom. And I don't think Tom knew either.
By God, save yourselves! The saint! We must save the saint! Fire! The whole roof is in flames!
My God!
Don't go in there! Adolphus! The saint! We must save him! No! No! Don't go!
And as horrible as it may sound, I cannot find it in my heart just now to forgive Jack. Maybe because this confession comes too late. And from a man who I have learned to trust. This is the truth. I should get some air, Francis. The storm has settled down.
Wrote down sermons, became the book I wrote. Should I not write what I believe? Copies of book given Henry's gift, now he threatens me. Second letter this month, I miss Francis.
I don't like to indulge in my own writings.
I feel that. Wait.
I know them by heart. But Jonathan insisted we keep them. Later. I need time to think.
See, as a writer, I reckon this is why I probably like Phillip.
Jack is still working. He always is. If James died in that fire, then what happened to his remains? He was never properly buried, and that is Jack's fault.
Damn, dude. This guy really is angry with Jack.
A magnificent cathedral. But
It
I would have
does
been
look
more
gorgeous.
than content with the old one, had it not been burned to the ground.
He's gonna hold on to that for the rest of this game, I feel. Oh, Jameson are breaking into the ice. Oh,
Jack started the fire.
I knew he was the leader.
He should have told me. Hello? I thought I saw someone.
You can leave the priory, go around the cathedral, the kitchen, or the cathedral directly. And the noise, well, the noise I heard right there, isn't it? Where I'm circling. I don't want to leave and then miss a narrative beat.
No. Something is wrong.
Alright, it won't let
the
me.
kitchen door is open.
Ooh. Door should not be open. Something's wrong. Cathedral. England never saw a cathedral like this. Jack outdid himself. It's because it's a French cathedral, homie. Jack was inspired. The learned man. What the fuck?
That came from the kitchen.
Who's raiding our shit? Obviously, we're gonna find out. Asking right now is kind of superfluous. It's kind of like, honey, just watch the movie.
You startled me.
I thought I heard something. Was that you?
Well, we both heard something.
But I heard it too. Maybe Aliena came back.
No, she's asleep. She returned a few hours ago.
Oh, thank goodness she returned.
Damn it.
Jack.
So worried after
There's someone in the kitchen.
that bullshit.
Yes. I think you're right.
Stay behind me. I'll go ahead.
Vagabonds, I'm guessing?
There's someone in here.
Outlaws. They are probably just after food. I will talk to them. All right. Please, listen. We don't mean you harm.
The one in the back looks...
Phillip, be careful! Damn it! Phillip, throw me a stone!
Oh shit!
Ah! Jack, no! It's him.
Damn, who the fuck is him?
Brother Marcus.
Oh, I remember him!
Brother Marcus.
He took Cuthbert's keys to steal food here from the kitchen. Because of me, Remigius found out. And he left. We never saw him again.
Looks like he came back.
You didn't mean for this to happen.
Meet the consequences of your past.
No, but...
What about him?
Don't be afraid.
I'm not gonna... Oh, what the fuck, dude?
Why did you do that, you animal? I will get the others.
No!
What?
He's just a child.
Just a child. Jack forgave the child. Just like that. And I forgave him. For that was what he had been when he arrived in Kingsbridge. Just a child.
So sentimental.
Who was I to judge this man for not confessing earlier what he had done? I had never told his wife, Aliena, that I was responsible for her fate, and for her father's. Even that night, when we all met, I did not dare to tell her.
Oh, dude, you got a point. You're a coward too, bro.
The walls of Kingsbridge weren't enough anymore. The outlaws had found a way in. We weren't safe in our homes.
People just communicate. I guarantee, like 25%.
So this is what it has come to. Kingsbridge is under attack.
Though.
Why didn't Uncle Richard chase them away? Why?
Yeah, Richard, you pussy.
Now, do not exaggerate. This is not a siege.
We only saw 2 of them, and one of them was a child.
But they almost killed you.
These poor souls were starving. Many are forced to turn to thievery because of the drought.
A true Earl's duty should be to protect his people.
Yes, that would be nice. Let's ask William Hamleigh for help, shall we?
It is all too easy to blame a desperate child. Forgiveness is much harder.
It is.
But forgive we must.
Can you? Forgive, I may.
I already have.
Aww.
Hamleigh
They're having
is the
a little
reason for
moment
this.
there.
He's to blame. It's that simple.
Right, she's right.
Well, he won't be Earl for long. The Treaty of
Aliena
Wallingford
has
has
a
been signed at
streaky grey
last.
hair.
It's only a matter of time until things change.
What treaty?
Winchester is in turmoil about this right now. Stephen and Maud have signed the treaty. Maud's son, Duke Henry, is to be crowned the next king.
And, by agreement, all lands are to be returned to their previous owners.
But Stephen will continue to rule as long as he lives.
The earldom will be ours again.
It will not.
Why the bloody hell not?
Bloody hell.
Language? No one will enforce this until Stephen is dead.
What is to be done then?
Defeat the outlaws, defend the outlaws, appeal to the new king. That's so strong. Fuck it.
Well, if they're hungry, can't we just give them something to eat? I'll share.
I didn't have time to think.
We should, and we will. But there are too many to feed them all.
We must do something.
Well, I cannot sit quietly and wait until Stephen dies of old age. The Treaty of Wallingford is in place. I won't wait for another 17 years. Not when I am so close to fulfilling the promise I made to my father.
You're right, but it wasn't William Hamleigh who came here last night. It's the outlaws we need to worry about.
Dude, take it easy, Richard.
Well, what do
They're
we
the
do
symptoms
about
of a bigger problem. And the outlaws against William. Easy.
Ha! You know, we could solve all our problems with one blow. We could either fight those outlaws, or we could make them fight for us.
William has far more
Fight
food than we
for
do.
you?
He has a fucking
Right!
glutton.
We could make them attack William Hamleigh.
Huh.
And while they're busy killing each other, we can plan a surprise attack.
I won't have any of that.
What about his mother? I've heard that Hamleigh still listens to her, that she still has a say in Earl's Castle.
Yes, let's tell his mother.
If we spoke to Regan Hamleigh, we might not need a physical confrontation at all.
That'll never work. We have to assault them and take back our father's castle. Even if that means fighting alongside the outlaws.
I don't like either choice, to be honest.
Neither do I. So, what do you think, Aliena?
Like, would William really listen to his mother on this matter? I mean, I know he dotes on her, and ever since she had her near death, he's like spastic about honoring her. But do I want to trust the Hamleighs? Because even Regan was power hungry. But obviously, if I take this outlaw route, it's gonna be bloody, and people can die. Like, some MCs might die. The fucking diplomat in me is gonna fucking get somebody killed, I swear to God.
I'll negotiate with Regan Hamleigh. I will go to Earl's Castle. Alone.
Oh!
Are you serious?
I'm gonna get kidnapped by William.
Regan Hamleigh seems to be in a tight corner herself. She might well be willing to cooperate.
I do hope you're right.
I'll ride with you.
You won't, Cub. Not with that leg of yours.
Your mother is right. Besides, if we all turn up, they might think we mean them harm.
I like when the score builds up to this spell right here. Oh, man, what a chapter to close. Should I just keep going? Fuck it, one more chapter. We're gonna go for one more after this. Do 4, and then that way, maybe tomorrow I can just end the game. And who knows, maybe this will be the week that something more action-oriented begins. In the meantime, timestamps. We got 3 hours, 12 minutes. So let's do like 55 for the results. That was a really short damn chapter, though. Okay, so chapter 18, Outlaws. The first outlaws had made their way into Kingsbridge. The former novice brother Marcus was one of the outlaws. Was because he took a stone to the dome. And have a chance to take back Earl's Castle and fulfill my oath. Perfect. Alright. Well, it has been 3 hours. I'm going to run to the restroom. And, yeah, one more chapter. Because then, wait. Yeah, so I'm going to hit accept. That's going to fill up. Yeah. So we'll do one more chapter. That'll leave me off with 2 chapters left. And then, should be a dope way to kind of conclude Pillars of the Earth. We'll do one long stream kind of getting us to the conclusion, and then a shorter stream concluding the game. And then get back to some like fun stuff. This has been an engaging story, but you know, sometimes it's fun to just actually move the character. Alright, break time. Alright, hope everybody enjoyed their momentary break. Or ongoing break. I'm not going to be the judge of how long people are gone for. Just over here enjoying my mala beads. Hopefully these tunes are going to be something I practice with anytime I have to take a short break. I think I'm just going to throw on this flow of time. Debu's channel is pretty cool. Their info blurb on their channel states that they put the playlist together. They've got their own Spotify channel. And their music is free use. They only request I want to say references. Man, I did wash my hands. Anyway, shit. Whatever, citations. They request citations if you're going to use their music in the channel. So I'm probably going to, from here on, just have like Debu running in the background anytime I boot up a stream or like take a break. Because it's pretty chill music and it's what I listen to when I'm studying. So now we can all immerse myself in what's going on a little bit more, you know? Anywho, let us begin chapter 19. I almost don't want to turn the music off, damn. Just gonna put the name of the song that's currently starting right now. Alright. Let's get back to Pillars of the Earth.
And so, after 17 years, I finally returned to the place I'd once called home. Because I had failed to gain support from the people of Shiring, my only hope now was a deal with William Hamleigh's mother, Regan. A woman whose possible support was only guaranteed by rumor.
This is sketchy as fuck. Earl's Castle, 1154. Originally, the father of Earl Bartholomew ordered to build a castle a few miles outside the market town of Shiring, which was meant to serve as the seat of the town's earl. That area, including a small village, the surroundings, and the building itself, is now known as Earl's Castle. The castle had mainly served as family living quarters for the Earl's family, but its defenses have rarely been used. After Earl's Castle had been violently seized by the Hamleighs, all other inhabitants were driven from the estate. Nowadays, Earl's Castle is a name to be feared. Ever since the Cathedral of Shiring was finished, William Hamleigh has become more disgruntled. Some believe he lost his faith and only lives to satisfy his own greed and hunger by stealing from starving peasants. It really should not be difficult to turn the countryside against William. Like, seriously. This guy's the worst.
Get in line and stay in line.
The
You'll
worst!
All get your
Look
chance
at
to
this!
pay your dues to Lord Hamleigh, you hear? So no pushing.
Dude, you're not gonna see him,
Why does
Lord
Hamleigh
Hamleigh
need all
before
that food? He's got more than enough.
his mom, are you?
Shut it, woman. Smear your face with dung and lower your head. It's the only way you get out of here alive.
Are they poison?
It's no coincidence that Hamleigh always asks for women to bring the tributes.
Oh, shut up.
It's whack, dude.
Patience, patience. Everyone will get a chance to pay their dues to Lord Hamleigh.
I'm just a shepherd's daughter. I have no business here.
Skinned a family of millers?
Bloody beggars.
Is Lady Regan home?
Ah, as if she could ever leave.
Fuck this guy.
How long will this take?
A lot longer if you don't shut your mouth.
What's taking so long?
Oh, right, I've had enough. Go
shit.
on, ugly. Take care of that nagging bitch.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh no. Alright, well we know what happens if you pester William's men for too much.
Calm yourself. I'll make sure that nothing will happen to you.
They took a woman in my town. She never came back.
Nothing will happen to you if you just remain calm.
Why does Lord Hamleigh need all that food?
Are you all right?
Like how
What do you think?
Aliena stands like straight up, her back, shoulders squared. She's confident.
Just because Lord Hamleigh insists on women to deliver the tributes, don't mean you have to send your youngest and prettiest. Fools.
Damn, this crone is smart.
Are you all right?
What do you think? Of course I'm all right. I'm more all right than anyone else in this crowd. Just because Lord Hamleigh insists on women to deliver the tributes, don't mean you have to send your youngest and prettiest. Fools.
Damn, dude. Dropping wisdom bombs.
Patience, patience. Everyone will get a chance to pay their dues to Lord Hamleigh.
Have an apple.
No, I'm not hungry. I'm just a shepherd's daughter. I have no business here.
Don't talk to me. Calm that one up front. If she keeps on like this, they'll grab her for sure.
Shit. I can't do anything else.
I want to go home.
Oi, you there. Yes, I meant you. That's a pretty face you got there. You're coming with me.
What? Leave her. Take me instead.
Well, whatever. You'll walk to the other side of the yard and talk to Walter. He'll get you settled. And don't you dare stray from the path.
Damn, dude, they're so like on point with this shit. Hard to come here. Can't leave now. Horrendous. Don't want to look closely. They shouldn't go back there. They might still recognize me. They demand more than they need. They look familiar. They're gonna ask for food.
They say Lord Hamleigh might lose shirings. If the next Earl has us all hanged.
Calm down. None of these royals really care about this shithole.
I know those two. They used to fight for father.
What about Bartholomew's children? There's a lot of bad blood there.
Well, the boy used to fight for Stephen, but as far as I know, he ran out of coin. Now he's just a good-for-nothing plain watchman for those monks in Kingsbridge.
And the lady Aliena?
Don't make me laugh.
I think you underestimate her. Some years back I heard she almost cut up a priest in Winchester, put a knife to his throat, and robbed him dry.
Nice.
She's a fury.
And you're a sissy.
The Legend of Aliena.
May I interrupt?
What is it?
How can you fight for someone like William Hamleigh? My father was nothing like that tyrant.
Oh, dear Lord, it's you.
You always sat in your neat little keep playing hostess to his well-off guests, while the poor snuffed it just as they do now.
Well, at least William treats us as his equals, and not like pawns on a board of nine men's Morris.
Does he?
Was my father really that bad?
Your mother could have answered that question.
Oh,
he once
shit!
told me that She was very unhappy when she died.
And you never wondered why?
Shots fired!
I'm here to talk to Lady Regan Hamleigh.
She's in the keep.
But only Lord William and Walter are allowed to go there.
And they'll kill you if they find you there.
So you won't help me?
We've already helped you more than enough by not ratting you out.
Was he though? I don't want to make that claim after what I just heard. You must forgive a daughter for not knowing better.
My father was a good earl.
Keep on telling yourself that. But that's not our story.
Many knights fighting for him were former outlaws who had nowhere to go anymore. Your father may have given us food and shelter, but it was no better than what you'd give to livestock.
Don't tell anyone that you saw me.
We won't, if you promise to leave now.
So who did I give this apple to?
Are you done yet?
Almost. Let me just see if I took enough.
Dude, they're feeding bodies to the pigs. Holy shit. Oh, poor Elizabeth. That's fucked. That's fucked. I can walk up the wall? Tempted. Should keep my distance, he might recognize me. Storeroom. Yeah, let's go up the wall, then we'll talk to Elizabeth. Walter. Me too, he's growing old. Fuck it. I feel like talking with Elizabeth is gonna be the only way I can get into the castle.
I need to talk to the Lady Hamleigh. I want you to take me to her.
You've got guts, I'll give you that. But why should I listen to you?
Oi, Walter! What's with the girl?
I would be a better ruler than my father. I know my father wasn't always a good and just person. He killed, just as William does. But I would fight to be better. I would listen to the needs of this land's people.
What are you saying?
Have a heart.
So you want me to help? And you think this is enough to convince me that you'd be a better ruler than anyone who came before you? Don't make me laugh. You!
What?
I promise, once my family is back in charge, things will get better for everyone. Or do you really not care for all the starving people?
I don't believe you. Not after what you said before. She's yours, Hugh!
Fuck. This is the most I've died in a single chapter. Damn. Not after I said before. I'm under... I'm gonna try it one more time. I'm gonna try the other route though.
I would be a...
What is...
Oh, have a heart is better than tell your guard to stand down.
Tell your guard to stand down.
So you want me to help? And you think this is enough to convince me?
I fucked up.
What?
Alright, so I guess based on... Yep.
I promise, once my family is back in charge, things will get better for
What
everyone.
did I tell him?
Or do you really not care for all the starving people?
I don't believe you. Not
Fuck.
after what you said
I'm gonna
before.
literally go through
She's yours, Hugh.
all my videos and be like, what, did I ever threaten this guy? I must have threatened him at one point. Fuck. Alright, well at least I got Elizabeth and she knows I'm a good person. You know, I'm pretty I did threaten him. Like, I don't remember the exact circumstances, but I distinctly remember threatening Walter.
You have no reason to be here.
That was gonna get him fucked up in the future. Damn it.
What are you doing here? You need to leave. Don't come any closer. William has me watched.
What's taking so long?
I forgot the pork. I'll be out shortly. Wait a moment, then follow me. We don't have much time. Hugh will look for me any moment now.
This place is full compared to when I first came
So
in
why
here.
did you come?
I'm waiting.
Well,
We don't have much time.
King Stephen has declared a truce with Empress Maud. William's tyranny is over. This land might finally see peace again. There's also another reason why I came. To talk to Regan Hamleigh and to get you far away from here until things are settled.
What will become of me then?
That's up to you. I fought to become a wool merchant. You could too.
I don't think I can be like you.
What's holding you back?
I want to help you. I really do. But I don't know how. I feel so useless.
Run to Kingsbridge. They'll help you.
I can't. William's men would see me if I tried to leave. I tried already. Please, let me stay and help you.
So the reason I hesitated is because I've already fucked up my only in, which is Walter. So I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get in if I do that. Which makes sure my only
Can you take me to Lady Hamleigh?
I wouldn't know how. Hugh Axe is watching me. He would never let you through. Only Walter and I are allowed inside the keep. Why don't you ask him? Walter.
Walter? William's dog?
Don't call him that. He's not as bad as people say he is. William won't allow me to talk to him anymore. Now Lady Regan is all I have left.
So, Lady Regan actually likes Elizabeth.
Talk to Walter then.
Hurry up in there! Or do you want me to come in and pull you out?
I need to go.
Elizabeth claims you aren't such a bad person after all.
Am I not? Have you forgotten that I killed your family steward?
Got problems over there, Walter?
Under orders.
I would be a better ruler than my father. I know my father wasn't always a good and just person. He killed, just as William does. But I would fight to be better. I would listen to the needs of this land's people.
What are you saying?
I need to talk to the Lady Hamleigh. I want you to take me to her.
You've got guts, I'll give you that. So, you think I'm a nice bloke?
And you think this is enough to convince me that you'd be a better ruler than anyone who came before you? Don't make me laugh. Hugh!
What?
If you let me go, I promise I will end William Hamleigh's reign.
I don't believe you. But it's not up to me to judge these things. I'll take you to Lady Hamleigh. She'll decide.
Oh shit, I thought that was it. God damn!
My lady?
Elizabeth, could you get me some water, dear?
Yes, my lady. But first I need you to wake up, my lady. There is someone who wants to see you. It's the Lady Aliena.
The Lady Aliena.
She
When
glowered
did
at that point.
bitch become nobility again?
I didn't know you were so ill.
Oh, don't you dare.
I'm certain you've heard about the treaty the king made with Duke Henry at Wallingford Castle.
I have. I have also heard that it's a muddled mess.
It is a complicated deal indeed, but one that will end the war. And one that makes my family the rightful owners of this earldom once more.
Only by word. There's no one who would come to enforce this, not even the king.
Don't you see what your son is doing to the land? Soon there won't be an earldom left to rule for anyone.
That's a lie. My William is a better earl than your father ever was. To think that I once wanted to marry my good William into a family like yours. Not a day goes by when I am not glad that God saved us from that horrible fate.
Please, my lady. You need to hear her out.
Oh, my dear Elizabeth, don't you see what she is trying to do to us?
You cannot punish me for denying your son.
My lady. The Lady Aliena came here to make things better.
She has only ever made things worse. She mocked my son for wanting to marry her.
She has every right to deny him.
What? How can you say that? He is your husband. He's good to you.
If it wasn't for Walter, I'm sure William would have killed me already.
Oh shit!
What's going on here? What's that bitch doing here?
She's trying to bargain.
She's trying to take everything.
Is she? Is she now?
Leave it.
Shut up, old man.
Walter, please, cut his hand off. Oh shit!
Cut that whore up, Walter!
No. You brought this on yourself.
You bloody traitor! Someone get up here! Men! You will pay. You will all pay for this.
Oh! Oh, fuck! Is he finally about to fucking die? Nice. What a beautiful callback to a previous scene. Fucking righteous. Holy hell.
Is he dead?
He is. William Hamleigh is dead.
What now?
Now, we tell his men.
Mate, if you're wise, we'll see you at the Has-Been Hotel.
Drop your weapons immediately!
Behold the banner of the new Earl of Shiring!
The fox like we've sown before.
Everyone, listen! Lord Hamleigh is dead! The castle now belongs to the former Earl's family again.
What? You're shitting us!
It was the King's wish.
Who killed him?
He died because he refused to hand over Earl's Castle peacefully.
He knew that the king was about to take the earldom away from him. To avoid punishment, he took his own life. My name is Lady Aliena of Shiring. I'm the daughter of Bartholomew, the former Earl of these lands. I've been tasked to end the tyranny of William Hamleigh and restore order to Shiring.
Our occupation of Shiring has been made unlawful. Every attack on us is sanctioned by the King of the English.
So what will happen to us then?
I shall tell the king that William Hamleigh forced you to do his bidding. That every atrocity done to the people of Shiring was his doing and his alone. That is my final word.
I want to throw out, before I make a decision here, that I don't actually believe that...
Ali, I know that you're a much better leader than I. Without you, we would never have come this far. You never hesitated with swearing and fulfilling the oath to father. In the end, I will be the Earl in name only, but you shall be the true ruler of Shiring.
Maybe you don't need me anymore.
I don't know. I owe you a lot, Ali. The tyranny of William Hamleigh is over! The Earldom of Shiring belongs to its rightful heir.
Resubmit the Richard of Shiring. Anyway, what I was going to say, sucks that I was timed, even though it didn't show me a timer, is that I don't actually, the way I interpreted that is not a lie, based sheerly on the technicality that Walter jumped to Aliena's defense when William was like, cut the bitch down, and Walter was all, you brought this on yourself. Because, like, really, William attacked first. Aliena did nothing to warrant being attacked. So, like, even by self-defense measures, Aliena didn't initiate the attack. But if you take all the circumstances of the physical actions out of the equation, it was a matter of, like, the wording was essentially what happened, or what Aliena stated, was William didn't want to give up the land to its new rightful owners, and he took his life. And there's, using political and legal jargon, one can say his assault against Aliena, defending her claim to ownership of the lands, was equivalent to him taking his life. Like choosing, I'd rather go down fighting for what's not rightfully mine, as I'm gonna suicide this to the end. So, I don't see any lies with what Aliena said to the people. I'm sure the game is going to read it that way if this comes back to bite me.
Let Prior Phillip know that Shiring is finally free.
Sheer technicality on that matter.
What is it? Why are they laughing?
You can send a messenger if you want.
but there won't be much of a prior left when he arrives.
What's going on?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Now that is how you fucking close off with 2 chapters left. Oh my goodness. No. So they probably sent a raiding party out to wipe the place out. At the same time that Aliena and Richard were infiltrating, they took over one place of importance just as another is falling. Holy crap. That's incredible. But we're not going to find out until we get to the next 2 episodes, which we're not going to do tonight. So, man, that's actually a pretty fun twist. Speaking of twists, I am aware that I realized that Jack Cherbourg. Yeah, well, I didn't let him be the new Earl. Like, here's the thing. One, I don't know what the 4 options were. Because I thought I had infinite time, so I was just talking about, I was going to do my thesis on why I didn't actually lie to the people. When I said that William committed suicide. But, like, I think Aliena would be a better Earl than Richard. However, like, you can't tell me that Aliena doesn't deserve to live the rest of her life to its fullest with Jack and her family. Like, she has 2 kids with Jack, who's a mason, who just wants to build things. And she's proven that she wants to support her husband's life. In fact, throughout the story, she's demonstrated that she regrets making the oath to her father. Like, she would much rather just be with Jack and support Jack, and Jack just wants to be with Aliena and love her, and they got these 2 kids together. That's not a life for an Earl. I've always personally stated that if you're going to rule, if you're going to be a leader, you don't have time for a family. And that's why in history we see great rulers, and then the offspring of those rulers are shitty rulers in return. And it's because in order to be a good ruler, it's a full-time job. You don't have time to be a family man or family woman. Like, your whole life is dedicated to ruling wisely. And so, like, Aliena shouldn't be Earl. Like, she'd be a better Earl, but she shouldn't be Earl. She deserves a nicer life. So yeah, that I revoke your paddle on that one. You don't get to declare a paddle in for Richard being the Earl. All right, well, here, barring Aliena, who should be the Earl? Because it definitely shouldn't be Richard, but Aliena deserves freedom. Oh, I gotta read this bit. Let's see. Snuck into Earl's castle with no one to support you. Talked to 2 former knights of my father. Elizabeth did not leave Earl's castle and stayed with me to the end. Nice. Richard urged William's men to work for him, and then I let Richard be the new Earl of Shiring. Yeah, I'd support that. I think you'd be a better Earl than Richard. I give you that, buddy. But you weren't an option. So we're all fucked. Shit, I'd be a better Earl than Richard. Alright. I'm gonna close out the stream here. I might boot up another stream, or I might game with the homies. Who knows? But It's been fun. I'm glad I was finally able to get some time going. The only reason I had time to stream tonight is because school has been hellishly crazy. Even though I'm only doing one class this semester, it's a teacher that doesn't know how technology works. We're doing all kinds of work that is both like in class oriented, and then it's reading heavy. And it's been me, like, essentially this first month and a half has been me trying to figure out how much time I need to dedicate to studying for online material versus studying for physical in-person material. And I think I'm starting to figure out the balance, because even before the semester started, my hope was that I would still be able to interact with my channel a bit more than I have done so currently. And now that I'm starting to get an okay idea, hopefully I can finish this game up soon. As for this week, I still have to do some work, so like I don't want to make any promises. This isn't what this is about. I record to enjoy remembering. I played a game. I experienced a story, a narrative, and it was an awesome, epic experience. And I had an initial reaction that was like, oh shit. Because you're never going to capture that first oh shit moment ever. And I live for those oh shits. Those are the best oh shits. So yeah. I don't want to make promises that I'm going to finish this tomorrow. I'm pretty bad about doing that, where I'll be like, oh, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll finish the game in 2 days. I'm not going to do that. If anything, I actually might get dinner tomorrow after work, and then of course studies. But this was a fairly invigorating evening, and I do want to finish the game. So we'll be finishing up this definitely within the week. And when I have a new job, I can actually work on a schedule and be a proper streamer. In the meantime, y'all have a good night. And I'll figure out what I'm going to do next while I'm chilling. Peace. Dope fiends.